Welcome back to Only Talk Sports, and tonight we have the 2023 Western Conference Finals live reaction between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. This is game two. Denver won game one. It was a close win. They only won by 6. They dominated for the most part, but then you did have the Los Angeles Lakers going on a run late in that game, but Denver was able to hold on 132 to 126, and it was a fantastic performance from Jokic. He had a triple-double. He was fantastic, showing potentially why he should have won MVP, but Joel Embiid, he was still fantastic, but still, what a great game, and now we have game two. And the Lakers, they have a quick 5-0 lead to start the game. 10:32 to go in the first quarter, and the Lakers, they're going on the road, and they're doing a pretty solid job right here in game two, setting the tone early, taking a 5-0 lead. We'll have to see if Los Angeles can keep it up and be able to have a chance to win this game, to be able to tie the series. We'll have to see, but it should be very interesting for sure. D'Angelo Russell, he's got the basketball going up strong. He misses the shot, but he is fouled. So he will be going to the line with 10:21 to go in the first quarter. Really interesting right there. D'Angelo Russell going off the dribble, getting that foul called against Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Caldwell-Pope, he went up straight, but he looked like he might have got a little bit of his elbow, and Russell is going to the line. A really good pickup for Los Angeles during the trade deadline. Russell, though, misses the first free throw. That's huge. You got to make your free throws in these big playoff games because they can come back to bite you at the end if you need those points and you're down, but you missed all those free throws and you're not able to make them back up. But D'Angelo Russell, a really solid free throw. Most guards are in the NBA, but he is a guy that's capable at the line. But Bruce Brown, they're showing him he had 16 points in game one for Denver. He's been a really solid player, and he's been playing a lot more, and he's out there already on the floor early in this game. 10:15 to go in the first quarter after D'Angelo Russell splits that pair of free throws. It's 6-0. Lakers are up over the Denver Nuggets. But then on the other end, Aaron Gordon, he goes up strong and finally gets the first points on the board for Denver at 6-2, and that will settle the crowd down and get them going. D'Angelo Russell misses on the other end. Now you've got Michael Porter Jr. with the rebound, kicks it to Jokic down the floor, back to Porter Jr. Now Bruce Brown to Jokic. He misses the shot, but Aaron Gordon, he gets the rebound, goes up strong, and Gordon slams it home. What a dunk by Aaron Gordon, 6-4. Los Angeles over Denver, but here come the Nuggets. What a dunk by Gordon. That was a fantastic play. Now Austin Reeves off the dribble. Austin Reeves trying to make a move. He takes it back to the outside. Now over to D'Angelo Russell. Anthony Davis with Jokic on him on the right wing. Anthony Davis trying to size up Jokic, and there is a foul on the floor. Don't know if it was on the shot or not, but it looks like there will be some free throws, so maybe it was on that shot attempt. But what a play by Aaron Gordon, showing off that athleticism, getting that offensive rebound, and then just slamming the ball home on the other end for Denver. And that had it where it is 6-4. But then on the other end, Austin Reeves, he hits that free. No, it was a technical foul free throw. So it was only one free throw. What happened, I'm not 100% sure, but it's 7-4 now. Los Angeles over Denver, but sometimes it's really hard to understand with those technical free throws. Sometimes it's what somebody says, but that's very interesting. But Austin Reeves cans a three. 10-4 Los Angeles over Denver. The Lakers are up by 6. 9 to go in the first quarter. Reeves has 7 quick points. He has been huge for the Lakers in these playoffs, scoring a lot of points. The undrafted product out of Oklahoma. He has been a great addition to the Lakers team, a player that not a lot of people thought was going to have a lengthy or even potential long NBA career at all and have a lot of success, but he has been doing a good job, and it looks like he could be a guy that's around for years to come. It's 10-6 after Denver scores on the other end. Lakers miss. Now Jamal Murray in the corner, and Murray knocks down the three. 10-9. Los Angeles is up by 1, but what a shot by Jamal Murray in the corner. That is a great shot by Murray. A good sign for Denver Nuggets fans that he will be having a good game. He was solid in game 1, but Jokic was the star, but Murray, not to be outdone, had a good game as well. So now it's 10-9. Los Angeles over Denver. 8:10 to go in the first, and there's a foul down low on LeBron James. And LeBron James arguing that foul call per usual. LeBron James, a fantastic player. He's not a fan of foul calls, though. Feels like he plays straight up defense. Sometimes he does. We'll see if he is right on this one or not. But I'm not 100% sure. I do think he might have fouled down low. It looks like he got Aaron Gordon's arm a little bit. I mean, it's not much of a foul. It's the playoffs. You want to let him play, but I totally understand why the refs called that foul. Now Murray top of the key. Murray down low to Jokic. He lays it in. What a play right there. 11-10, and the Nuggets, they are in front. 7-0 run for Denver. They finally have the lead. 7:50 to go in the first. Now down low, Jared Vanderbilt. He tried to go up strong, but they call a foul down low. So Jared Vanderbilt might have a couple free throws. Jeff says, I'm here finally ready to go. Really appreciate you for being here, Jeff. Thanks for stopping by. We've got a big game right here. 7:54 to go in the first quarter. 11-10, Denver. Let's see. Did Jared Vanderbilt get fouled? I don't know. That was close. Jared Vanderbilt, he drew that foul, but it looks like Michael Porter Jr. might have went up straight. But again, the ref's trying to make sure that nothing crazy happens. You don't want either team to get out of hand, so you want to call those fouls, those ticky-tack fouls that kind of settle the game down. But sometimes it can be frustrating for the viewer that really wants the game to go up and down the floor, and for the players as well. But Jared Vanderbilt, he got the foul call he was looking for, but it did not look too bad. Maybe Porter Jr. got him a little bit on the shoulder. That might have been where the foul came from. But Vanderbilt, he knocks down both free throws. He's been playing a little bit less lately, but he's still been a solid rotational player for Los Angeles, even when he's not starting. And the Lakers, they are back in front. 12-11, 7:40 to go in the first. Jamal Murray, top of the key. Murray with a fake. Step back three, a little light, but he kicks to Jokic instead. What a play. How did Jamal Murray fake without traveling? That was a fantastic play. And then Murray steals on the other end. 13-12, Denver over Los Angeles. Murray to Porter Jr. down low, and Porter Jr., they call an offensive foul. He drove in the lane, and he went up strong, but they're going to call an offensive foul. He's looking for a review, but it's too early for that. Was it? And I think it was. Jared Vanderbilt stepped in. He was outside the arc as well. That was a really good play by Jared Vanderbilt. Heads-up play, stepping out beyond the inside of the arc and taking that charge. Christian Braun, he's now into the game for the Denver Nuggets. He is a solid player off the bench. The rookie out of Kansas, he has definitely been a surprise addition this season for Denver. But 13-12. Definitely Denver with a lot of depth. So does Los Angeles. Both teams are very deep. I feel like Denver has more depth, especially quality depth. But I still feel like Los Angeles, they've got guys off the bench as well that are really tough to stop, and they have a lot of contributors. But on the other end, Anthony Davis is fouled, and I think Anthony Davis will have a couple of free throws right here. He had 40 points in game one and 10 rebounds. He had a great game, but it was all overshadowed by the fact that Jokic had a great triple-double, and Denver ended up winning the game. But Anthony Davis, he had a great game, just fell short. But he hits the first free throw, so we have a tie game. 13-13, 7:18 to go in the first quarter. There's been some fouls early on. Definitely a lot of fouls. Wonder if that's going to continue. Usually once players have a lot of fouls, they try to settle back and not get more fouls called, so they'll be on the bench. Whether they have 6 fouls, they have 4 or 5, and the team's trying to keep them on the bench so they won't foul out of the game. But that's usually when you start getting more free flowing. But the Lakers, they are 6-7 line. Denver 0-0. No free throws yet for Denver. Los Angeles doing a good job getting to the line. And Anthony Davis hits both free throws. 14-13 Los Angeles. Now Jokic down the lane. Jokic goes up strong, and do they call a foul on the Lakers? I think they do. So more free throws. 7:01 to go in the first quarter, and now Jokic will have a couple of free throws. This might be a foul fest at this point, the way this game is going. Definitely looking for that high-flying action. We're in the Western Conference Finals. It was a great game. There was a lot of free throws in that game as well, but it got free-flowing more as the game went on. Maybe it will be the same here, but still looking forward to the rest of this game. Jokic with 34 points, 12 rebounds, 21 rebounds, 14 assists. He was great in game one. I mean, he had like 12 rebounds by like the end of the first quarter. That's how good he was. And then he ended up with 21 for the game. And he was on fire in that first half. He started to get a little worn down toward the end of the game, but he was great. And that's why Denver was able to hold on for that game one victory. But Los Angeles, they are definitely going to give it everything they got in this series. They did not come all this way to lose. And LeBron James down the floor gets the pass from AD, and he slams it home. 16-15, Los Angeles up by 1 again. Now you're starting to open it up a little bit. Aaron Gordon, top of the key with LeBron James on him. Now over to Jokic. Jokic with Anthony Davis on. To Jamal Murray for 3. And Murray knocks down the 3. Jamal Murray is starting to heat up. 18-16. And Jamal Murray, he's one of those guys, you cannot leave him open for three. If he starts knocking him down, he's going to keep knocking him down. Austin Reeves misses a two. Bruce Brown down the floor for Denver. Bruce Brown all the way to the rim, and Bruce Brown lays it in. Bruce Brown, a guy was drafted in the second round out of Miami in college, but he's been a really good player in the pros for Denver once he's joined the Nuggets. He's been a big spark plug off the bench. Austin Reeves misses a three. He gets his own miss. Tried to swing to Jared Vanderbilt, but Jokic with the steal up the floor to Gordon, over to Jamal Murray again, and Murray's three does not drop this time. D'Angelo Russell with the rebound, bringing it back up the floor for Los Angeles. Got Christian Braun on D'Angelo Russell with a step back two. Russell's shot is off the mark, but he draws a foul. So D'Angelo Russell might have a couple of free throws right here. Both teams are getting to the line a lot, especially Los Angeles, but the free throws, they are piling up. The fouls are piling up, but Bruce Brown all the way to the rim. That was a really good play by Bruce Brown, getting all the way to the rim. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Jeff Green, Bruce Brown. It goes on and on. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon. The Denver Nuggets, they've got a lot of depth. They've got a lot of players that can score the basketball, and they should make it really tough on Los Angeles. Now, the Lakers, they do have Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. They've got guys of their own that can do a lot of things. But it just feels like Denver has more depth. But you still got LeBron James, Anthony Davis. But if Anthony Davis had 40 points in game one and the Lakers still lost, you know how much Los Angeles is going to have to do in this game if they want to have a chance to win. Because Denver, they've got the depth. They've got the home crowd. Mile High Arena is on fire. That crowd is insane. It's loud. And Denver, they've never been to the finals ever in their whole entire franchise history. That's unbelievable. They've been to the Western Conference Finals 4 times, and they've never gone to the finals. They've lost all of the Western Conference Finals games. That's insane. Los Angeles, they speak for themselves. The Lakers, they've been to many finals. They've won many finals. They've been to tons of Western Conference finals. So this is rare territory for Denver in their franchise history. But they've got a really good team this year. With Nikola Jokic, he's been a star for Denver for several seasons now. It's just piling up his resume in the NBA. He's been fantastic. Jamal Murray, unfortunately, his injury kind of set back Denver because he was great in the 2020 bubble. He was fantastic, but then he got hurt the next year, and he's been out for a long time. And he's back and playing basically just as well almost as he was pre-injury. That's a great sign for Denver. And now you add the rest of the depth that they have now with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, and these other, Jeff Green. He's an experienced guy. Jeff Green, he's 36 years old. He could still dunk. He's had some high-flying dunks so far in these 2023 NBA playoffs. And then you look at Bruce Brown. So many guys. I mean, Denver just has depth all over the roster. And Nikola Jokic, the luxury of having a big that can play almost the whole entire game is insane, because most guys, they get tired and they got to go to the bench and they're heaving. But you've got Nikola Jokic. Yeah, he's tired and he's heaving, but he's playing. He's going out there and he's giving it all that he's got. I mean, he's putting up triple doubles. He's basically the new triple double king in the NBA. It used to be Russell Westbrook. He's still really good. He can still put up triple doubles every now and then. But Jokic, he is a fantastic player, a fantastic center. And a lot of people can make the argument he's the best player in the NBA right now, and you would not be insane for saying it. I don't know who definitively is the best player in the NBA. I mean, you've got so many great players, whether you want to go with the older guys like Stephon Curry, LeBron James. Obviously, some people argue he's the best player in NBA history. You can't even argue that unless you want to say Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, whoever. Some of these other guys, but you just look at the NBA today. There's a lot of great players. Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, but Nikola Jokic, he is really good. I mean, he is a special player because he can do things that most guys cannot do at his size. Passing the ball at as high of a rate as he does with the assist. I mean, he passes to his teammates at such a high level. Some of his passes are better than some guards are capable of doing. That's incredible. I mean, this is just registered positioning right here with Jokic's ability. You do not see this with other bigs. I mean, you see more players do it now. The fact that we've got more players that are really good in the NBA that are just fantastic. You know, you look at like players like Embiid and stuff, but you just have Nikola Jokic doing things most bigs can't do. And he's a great rebounder, and he plays all game for the most part. He sits a little bit, but he's just fantastic. I know maybe when he gets older, he might not be able to do it, but we're definitely enjoying watching him play while he's this good because he is fantastic. But Los Angeles, they're at the line, not wanting to be outproven by Denver that they cannot win this series, win this game, and Russell hits both free throws. So again, Los Angeles taking advantage of the line. And the Lakers, they've been to the line more than any NBA team in these playoffs. They've been to the line a lot, and that's been their biggest benefit because getting to the line has helped them out and being able to win the 2 series that they've already won over the Memphis Grizzlies and over the Golden State Warriors. That was huge for Los Angeles, being able to get to the line as many times as they have. And they're doing it in this series as well. So that's a good sign for Los Angeles potentially having a chance to win this game. Denver, they miss a shot on the other end. Now you've got Dennis Schroeder. He's into the game, and he goes out of bounds. And I don't know who the ball is off of. I think they are keeping it with Los Angeles. So they're going to say it's off of Denver. So Schroeder, did he lose the ball? He lost it. I think it did tip a Denver player. So it is Los Angeles ball. D'Angelo Russell to Austin Reeves, one of the most underappreciated players in the NBA, but now more people are appreciating because of how good he is playing. He is not really a secret much longer. He has been fantastic for Los Angeles. But he does turn the ball over. So Reeves drove in the lane, and he turns the basketball over. So now Bruce Brown's bringing the ball up the floor for Denver. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Crowd, a lot of them are on their feet. Denver up by 2. Jokic, right wing, kicks over to Jamal Murray. Now to Christian Braun in the corner, misses the 3. Christian Braun had a really good look, was not able to make the shot. Anthony Davis saves it from going out of bounds. What a play by Anthony Davis. He has been fantastic in these playoffs, blocking the ball. He's been a great defensive presence and scoring. D'Angelo Russell cans a 3 on the other end, 21-20, and Los Angeles is back in front. They're hanging tough, whether it's at the line or shooting threes. Jokic thought about a floater, does not take it, and kicks to Bruce Brown instead. Almost went out of bounds, but Bruce Brown all the way to the rim, and there's Anthony Davis with the swat. What a play. Now Russell for 3. His shot is barely off the mark, but man, Anthony Davis has been blocking the ball at a high level. He is fantastic. He's playing much better since he's been healthy again. And then you have Bruce Brown missed, and Christian Braun, he tried to go up with it, but he could not get the shot to go in. He tried to tap it back home, but was not able to do so. Austin Reeves down the floor, and I think there is a foul on Denver, and now you're going to have, I think, another timeout. 21-20, Los Angeles with that timeout, 3:56 to go in the first quarter. It's been some high-flying action in this game, and it should be great the rest of the way. Hopefully, it's a close game that goes down the wire. But really like the effort from both teams because of the fact this is what you want to see. It's all bets are off. This is the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. And as you saw, Miami, they went and beat Boston at home. I know Boston, they lost to the 76ers at home in game 1 with Harden's 45. But you look at Boston, they just lost to Miami. So they're going to have to make up a game at Miami. They can do it, obviously. They're a great team. But still, now it's going to make it much tougher for Boston to be able to come back. So it's going to be very interesting for sure, but definitely you have to give it everything you've got every single game, even when you're the favorite. Doesn't matter if you are the 1 seed or the 2 seed. When you're playing any team, whether it's Los Angeles or Miami, you have to play as hard as you can because these teams are capable of knocking you off. King Markey, thanks for being here. Says, how are you? I'm doing really good. Really appreciate you for stopping by. He says, come on, Lakers. Definitely a lot of Lakers fans are a storied franchise, and it would just add to their collection of, victories and success if they're able to win another NBA, finals title, whatever you want to call it. They're going to win another one potentially if they could beat Denver and then beat the winner of Miami or Boston. They are a storied franchise. But for Denver, again, rare territory, rare air. They are not usually here. Denver, only 4 appearances in the Western Conference Finals, and they're 0-4. Never been to the finals. So for Denver fans, they are just waiting so patiently to be able to get there and be able to watch their Denver Nuggets win an NBA title. That would be huge for their franchise, and I think it could set off not potentially a dynasty, because of the fact, looking at the NBA, there's too many good teams to consistently win it year in and year out, whether you got the Bucks or the Celtics or even the Heat when they're really good, the Lakers, Warriors. I don't know if Denver, if they win it this year, whether they could just keep winning it, several years in a row or maybe 2 out of the next 3 or 4 years. I don't think that's the case, but it would be a good sign for Denver in the future with Jokic and Murray and some of the other players that they have on their team to be able to build for the future if they can get a NBA title now. I think it was the same thing with the Celtics with Tatum and Brown. They're young as well, and if they can finally win their first NBA title, I think it would really help them out. Even though Boston is a storied franchise, but it would help their version of the Boston Celtics be able to kind of set the tone that we're here. We're gonna be able to potentially win another NBA title or two in the future with the team that we have. So we're getting it now. We're doing it while we're young, and then we're going to come back and maybe win one or two more before we start to decline as we get older. So really important stuff here for Denver and Boston. Then you got the older guys like LeBron James with the Lakers, and then Jimmy Butler with the Miami Heat. They really want to win a title too before their time is done, just like with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. But unfortunately for them, they could not get it done. With NBA playoffs, very important. But I think the biggest thing with the NBA today is the fact there's so many great teams. You got to take advantage of your chance to win the whole thing, because if you do not, who knows when you're going to get back there. It could be 3 or 4 years before you get back to another finals or a conference finals. There's so many great teams. So many great teams in the NBA today. It just makes it so tough to be able to get the job done. Jeff says going to be back and forth all night. I really believe that 100% as well, Jeff. You're 100% correct in my opinion. I think it will be a close game. We've seen some blowouts before, so you never know. It could, one team just starts to blow it open and the other falls apart. But I agree with you. I do think that it will be a close game, especially the way both teams are playing and the way you saw in game one. Now, Denver had a big lead, but then Los Angeles came back and almost won. And Rui Hachimura right there, right off the bench, he scores a layup off a missed three. 23-20, Los Angeles is up by 3. 7-0 run for the Lakers in the last 2 minutes. So Denver, they've gone a little bit cold. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Jokic at the top of the key kicks to Bruce Brown. Back to Jokic. He's trying to drive. He's double teamed. Christian Brown is down low. Christian Brown kicks back out to Bruce Brown. Los Angeles with some great defense. And is there a foul? He's looking for it. Jokic does not get the foul, though. It looked like he was pushed in the back, but they do not call it. And there is a shot clock violation. Los Angeles is doing a really good job on the defensive end. They are guarding the ball at a high level, and they are preventing Denver from getting the ball down low, which is what you have to do with Jokic. You can't let him get too deep. Yes, he's dangerous at the top of the key because he can pass, and sometimes he can shoot the ball right where he's at, but still, you got to guard him. Denver with 4 turnovers, Los Angeles with 3. Schroeder over to Lonnie Walker, who's also been huge for Los Angeles. He's hit some big shots, but he misses a 3. But LA with the offensive rebound. Back in Schroeder's hands, top of the key. He's driving into the lane. And Jamal Murray with a steal. Jamal Murray down the floor all the way to the rim, and he is fouled. 2:56 to go in the first quarter. 23-20. Denver's down by 3, and Jamal Murray, he gets up. It looked like he was a little bit banged up right there, but I think he's okay. Looks like maybe there could be a little bit of an altercation going on. Hopefully everybody's okay. You definitely don't want to see any altercations, anybody getting into it, but it's the NBA finals, the conference finals, it's the playoffs. That's definitely what you can expect for sure. Both teams playing hard. And sometimes two teams can get into it a little bit, especially when there's a big play and another teammate thinks that their guy's injured. You don't want to see your guy go down. You don't want any foul intent or maliciousness going on. And it definitely was a hard foul by Russell, so I can understand it. Jamal Murray, he took a lot of punishment on that drive. Russell was not allowing him to score, so they're going over to the monitor to review it to see if it is a technical or flagrant foul. I mean, you can make an argument it was. I mean, to be fair, D'Angelo Russell is just trying to prevent Jamal Murray from scoring, but you do have to take, care that you're not going to hurt the player that you're guarding too. And I think that D'Angelo Russell definitely could have hurt Jamal Murray because he went down really hard on him as he went in the air. When someone's airborne, you've got to be careful because of the fact that that's when a player is most vulnerable, because if you hit that guy in the air and he's not able to land, maybe he tries to brace himself and then he could break his wrist or he just lands on his back wrong. There's just a lot of things that could go wrong when a guy goes airborne. Don't think there was any malicious intent by D'Angelo Russell, but it definitely was a hard foul. So I would not be surprised if Denver shoots some free throws. LeBron James, he's asking the referee what's going on. It doesn't like he's going to be happy with the call. He's going off right now. So it could be a free throw for Denver, a technical foul free throw. They're getting really, the refs are getting really careful with that. When players, hit somebody when they're in the air or the head or neck area, they're calling a lot more technical fouls than they used to. I mean, sometimes I don't know if they're warranted, but in this case, I think maybe there is a potential argument for it because you definitely don't want anything to get out of hand. in a game like this, and Murray could have been hurt on that play. So he's shooting the technical foul free throws. He hits the first, so it's 23-21. Jamal Murray, again, seems to be okay. Took a hard fall right there, but he looks like he's going to be able to play the rest of the game, thankfully for him, and he knocks down both free throws. So it's 23-22. Denver is down by 1, but Jamal Murray going airborne and D'Angelo Russell with the hard foul. I mean, I don't think it was malicious at all. I don't think it was. You can make an argument it shouldn't have been called, but I definitely understand why the referees did call it as well. But Russell, I don't think he definitely was trying to do anything to Jamal Murray, just prevent him from scoring. But it is what it is. Maybe a smart call by the rest, but definitely some people would agree or disagree. So 23-22, 2:56 to go in the first quarter. Bruce Brown inside to Jokic over to Jamal Murray. Murray, he gets doubled down low to Jokic in the corner to Jeff Green. Jeff Green, top of the key, had an open three, but did not take it. Now back to Jokic down low, and he is fouled by Anthony Davis with that side swipe. That's another thing the NBA refs call all the time. When somebody goes up with the ball and then someone has their arm on them and then they swipe. That is always called these days. I know a lot of people are frustrated by it, but you've got Jokic driving in and Anthony Davis has his arm on his arm. So, I mean, and he goes up with it. Smart play by Jokic, but he hits the first free throw. So we have a tie game. 23-23. But, I mean, it wasn't much of a foul by Anthony Davis. He just had his arm on him, but then Jokic, he sold the foul. I mean, that's just what we're doing today. I know Jeff Van Gundy, one of the commentators on ESPN, was very upset the other night about, all the fouls and the acting that people do that he says. I mean, it is what it is, but the referees, they call it, and the players know how to get the fouls called. Until that changes, nothing you can do about it. Players are just really smart at getting fouls. Jokic with 7 points. He missed the second free throw. He would have had 8 points, but he missed the second. Still a tie game. Anthony Davis, top of the key. Jokic on him. 2:20 to go, and Anthony Davis misses a shot. He had a pretty good look, but was not able to hit that bank shot. Now Jeff Green down the floor, and Jeff Green, he explodes to the rim and slams it home. I told you Jeff Green still got it at the age of 36. What a play by Jeff Green. That is insane. All the way down the lane. He hammered it home. Now Anthony Davis over to Rui Hachimura with the reverse to tie the game back up. 25 all, but that was an insane play by Jeff Green. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Jamal Murray down the floor. Over to Bruce Brown. Now Bruce Brown's got it back. Now over to Jamal Murray to Jeff Green in the corner. And Jeff Green could not follow up that monstrous slam with a three in the corner. Now you have D'Angelo Russell over to Lonnie Walker. He almost loses the basketball, but he saves it from going out of bounds. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Lonnie Walker over to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis dribbling between his legs, trying to go up and under Jokic, cannot. Now over to Schroeder. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Schroeder with Jeff Green all over him. Now Schroeder with the floater. He was not able to knock it down. Good defense from Denver. He had a pretty good look on that floater, but just could not get it to fall. Jokic, he gets the rebound. Now Jokic down low. Bad defense from Los Angeles, something that has not been said much in this playoff series or in the playoffs at all. The Lakers have been solid, but there was a breakdown on defense, and Jokic with an easy two. Probably the easiest two Jokic will have all night. 27-25. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now you've got Rui Hachimura, and he goes up strong and lays it in like he was going to slam it home, but he just lays it softly in. What a play. 27-27. We've seen some great plays in this first quarter. Rui Hachimura already has 6 points in 3 minutes. That's the impact he has off the bench for Los Angeles. Now Jokic down the floor, and a turnover. D'Angelo Russell with the steal. So the turnovers, there's been some sloppy play from both teams. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Russell backing down. Russell's trying to drive in the lane. Kicks out to Schroeder. Now it's over to Lonnie Walker. 15 seconds left. Walker driving into the lane on Jamal Murray. Goes up strong, misses the shot. But Anthony Davis slams it home. But was that basket interference? I'm not sure, but regardless if it is a shot that counts or not, that's a fantastic play by Anthony Davis. I don't know. It's close. I think you can make an argument it's outside the cylinder. It's close, but I think they're going to not give it to him because they're going to say it's in the cylinder. I can understand that. Maybe you can make an argument it's still within the rim, the circumference of the rim. I think you can make an argument for that, but still, that was a fantastic play from Anthony Davis that will not count. 27-27. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Jamal Murray driving in the lane, turns around, goes up strong, almost hits a ridiculous shot, almost gets a putback, but misses them both. And that will be the end of your first quarter. Tie game, 27-27. Wouldn't have it any other way. What a first quarter. A lot of fouls early in the first quarter, but those started to go away. We started to open up a bit more later on in that first quarter, and we saw some incredible plays by Jeff Green with a big slam dunk. Rui Hachimura had a good reverse, but some really good plays, and that just seems to be what's going to end up happening for the rest of the game. Both teams playing hard, just like you saw in game one. Denver won that game by 6, but for Los Angeles, it's not the end of the world if you don't win this game. You're not done. You'll be down 2-0, but that's just going to put all the pressure in the world that Los Angeles is going to have to win the next 2 games. If you win this game, it allows you that leeway that you can drop a home game and still have a chance to win the series. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Don't want to ever get ahead of yourself and already count a team out. If Denver is able to win this game that Los Angeles has already done, I don't think that's the case by a long shot, but it would definitely go a long way for the Denver Nuggets' chances of being able to win this series if they're able to win this game, because that will have them already up 2-0, and all they have to do is win the next 2 home games and they win the series. Or if they're able to win a game at Los Angeles, that could eventually put Los Angeles away, and then Denver already has the series, and then they can wait the winner of Miami and Boston. But it should be a lot of fun. I can't believe we're already at the conference finals. You only have these 2 series left, and then the finals, and that's it. We're getting down to the wire, but then after that, you're going to have the NBA draft, and then the summer league. Just so much stuff happening after the season's over. There's already been some crazy firings of coaches as we speak, as we're going through these NBA playoffs, whether it's Doc Rivers or whether it's Monty Williams. Those are all, and say Mike Budenholzer, Nick Nurse, some crazy firings. Just all this stuff going on. Players, you're probably going to have some movement maybe in the offseason. Players moving to new teams. But there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Definitely we'll be trying to cover as much as possible. But I really appreciate all you guys for being here so far tonight. We've got a really big game here between the Lakers and the Nuggets. Denver leads 1-0 in the series, but Los Angeles trying to tie the series up, and they are tied at the end of the first quarter. But Jokic, they're showing some of his highlights. He hasn't had the first quarter like he had in game one. That was an insane first quarter that Jokic had, but he's still having a really solid game so far on this one. He's got 9 points, couple of assists, couple of rebounds, just as efficient as ever. V Ohio State says, what's up, Only Talk Sports? Thanks for being here, V Ohio State. I'm doing really good. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, but unfortunately, you say, I've been feeling sick this week, hoping to be fully recovered soon. Sore throat and fatigue. Well, I hope you get better. I will definitely be praying, hoping that you do get better, but really appreciate you for being here. Hope you get well. But definitely, there's nothing better than when you don't feel good than to watch some sports, just sitting down, relaxing, drink some water, whatever you got to do, and then watch a game. But I really appreciate you for being here. I hope you get better. But definitely, this game is going to be a good one. It looks like we got a tie game already after the first quarter, and it looks like it's going to continue to be close. There's been some chippiness, just a little bit, not too much, but that is to be expected between two teams who want to get done. Los Angeles have a lot of veterans versus Denver. They're the newbies. They're not used to being here in the Western Conference Finals, but this could be Denver's year. This really could be Denver's year. They finally break that streak, and they'll be able to potentially get to the finals and win the whole thing this year for the first time ever. But we'll have to see if Denver can do that or not, or will it be Boston, Los Angeles, or Miami that have a plethora of NBA titles under their belt. But LeBron James trying to prevent Denver from getting that done. He goes down the lane to start the second quarter, and he scores, and that puts Los Angeles back up by 2 points, 29-27. Caldwell Pope is back into the game for Denver. He's been quiet, but he's had some big moments in these playoff games for Denver. Bruce Brown, top of the key, gets a screen from Gordon. Brown for 2, and it's off the mark, but it does not matter because they call an offensive foul on Aaron Gordon on that screen. They call an illegal screen. But LeBron James at the age of 38, still doing some big things, scoring a lot of points, assists, rebounds, and he still has a lot of talent and athleticism at his age. Lonnie Walker for Los Angeles kicks out to Austin Reeves. There's already been 6 ties and 10 lead changes, and Los Angeles has the biggest lead at 6. Been a back-and-forth game. LeBron James down the floor, kicks out to Rui Hachimura for 3. 32-27, and Los Angeles is up by 5. And Hachimura, I think he's got 9 points, and that's a good sign for LA. When you can get other guys like Hachimura involved in scoring a lot of points, that helps out Anthony Davis and LeBron James tremendously. Now you've got Aaron Gordon, top of the key, over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. with the step back 2. His shot's off the mark. Hachimura tried to get it, but he could not. And Caldwell Pope ends up with the offensive board. Now Bruce Brown has it top of the key. 10:30 to go in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope inside to Jeff Green with Schroeder on. Jeff Green with the turnaround shot off the mark. Schroeder let the ball go out of bounds. I think he did. Almost looked like he touched it before it went out of bounds, and then it would have been a turnover. But I think they are going to give it back to Los Angeles. Jokic is on the bench with his rare rest. 10:10 to go in the second quarter, but Denver's not scored yet. LeBron James loses it off of his foot, but I think they're going to say that Denver kicked it out of bounds. But Denver not looking too good to start this second quarter, a little flat. That's not how you want to start quarters. You can't be perfect all the time. You can't be playing well all the time, but you never want to start or end quarters in a bad way, because that really hurts your chance of being able to win a game. LeBron James, top of the key with Aaron Gordon on him. Now Michael Porter Jr. switches. Now you've got Rui Hachimura has been solid to start, and he continues to stay hot. Rui Hachimura with 11 points, 34-27, and just like that, Denver and Michael Malone does not like what they're seeing. They call a timeout, and the Lakers with the largest lead of the game. Hachimura, a big reason why. He's got 11 points in like 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes into the game, and Hachimura already has 11 points. That is huge, and that will go a long way and potentially Los Angeles winning this game. Because if you do have Anthony Davis scoring 30, 35 points, anywhere in the neighborhood of what he did in game 1 where he scored 40 would be huge. LeBron James, probably 20, 25 points, maybe 30 if he's having a great game. And then if you can get Rui Hachimura to have around 20, and then some of these other guys like D'Angelo Russell, he did not have a great game 1. If he has around 15, 20 points, Los Angeles could win this game. But Denver, they've got a lot of depth. But right now, the depth struggling. Caldwell Pope, he's been great for Denver. A lot of people wonder in the future for him because he's probably going to be getting a bigger contract. Can Denver afford him? But still, while you have him, for sure, you got to play at a high level, be able to help Denver win a title this year potentially. But you have had Kentavious Caldwell-Pope struggling in this game. You've had him playing well all playoff long, but he's been struggling in this game so far. Jeff Green's had a couple big plays, but right now, Denver's not getting the production from their other guys like they were in game 1, but it's early. They're only down 7. No big deal. Not that big a deficit. You can make that up in a hurry in the NBA, but you just can't continue to struggle and give Los Angeles the confidence they can continue to go out there and keep making buckets, because if that's the case, then there's a chance Los Angeles could get a big lead and then Denver might be down too much. And see that when you're the road team, it's very important for you to be winning because the crowd is against you if you're losing. If Denver is playing at a high level and they're winning the game, their crowd's on fire, which you saw in game 1. Yeah, Los Angeles did come back, and that's key for them. That's key for their confidence because in their mind, they're like, we almost came back and beat them in game 1. And they almost did, but the Denver Nuggets crowd was still there, and they did everything they could to help their team get over the top. But Los Angeles, they definitely were not fazed by that crowd. But right now that they're up 7, the crowd's kind of quiet, which really helps out Los Angeles. So we'll have to see out of this timeout and Michael Malone and the Denver Nuggets, see if they've got anything going to see if they can get back on track and maybe retake the lead. The Ohio State for the win says, I want Nuggets to win this game in the series, but I have a feeling Lakers win tonight. Lakers strong second half in game 1 will give them momentum in this game. I know a lot of people want the Nuggets to win, and I don't blame them. I mean, it would be really cool to see Denver win, their first, get their first trip at least to the finals. They've never been there, but then maybe get their first title while they're at. That would be really cool. But like you said, there's a good chance the Lakers do win because, like you said, the momentum carrying over from game 1 in the second half can help. Sometimes it just carries over, even if you don't win a game. That's why commentators always say it's very important to end a game well, because that can carry over to the next game. Or like at the end of a season, if you have a good end of the season, even if you don't make a playoff or make a tournament or whatever, it just helps you for the next season. It gives you that confidence we're going to do better next year because we were playing better at the right time at the end of the season. So I agree. There's a good chance that Los Angeles can win this game, especially with the way Rui Hachimura is playing right now. The level of play that he's playing at could help spread to the rest of his teammates, and that's how Los Angeles can win. But we'll have to see. Austin Reeves hadn't even done much yet, so that's a good sign for Los Angeles if he can get going as well. But Rui Hachimura, I'd leave him in if he's playing well, and they are right now. He's got 11 quick points. He's playing at a high level. But you are right, via Ohio State. Should be interesting, but I do think there is the chance for sure that Los Angeles could steal a road win here. But we'll have to see. 34-27, Denver in a little bit of a slump. But Jamal Murray, he's into the game. Still no Jokic. Surprised he did not come out after the timeout, but Michael Malone trying to give him some rest. Murray top of the key with LeBron James on him. Murray thought about the step back three, but takes a step back two instead. His shot is barely off the mark. A little like it could have gone in, but it does not. Just floats around the rim a little bit and out. Now you've got Los Angeles back down the floor with a 7-point lead. A lot of confidence. LeBron James all the way to the rim and lays it in over Jeff Green. What a shot by LeBron James, and there's a 9-point lead for the Lakers. It was tied at the start of the second quarter, but a 9-0 run for Los Angeles. 36-27. Now Michael Porter, he knocks down the three. 36-30, and that will calm down the crowd a little bit, get them back on their feet, and get them back shouting for Denver after a rough start to the second quarter. Michael Porter Jr. with 5 points now. LeBron all the way to the rim. He misses an easy layup, like he just ran out of gas when he got to the rim. Caldwell Pope for three. His shot's off the mark. Lonnie Walker taps to LeBron James. Down the floor, Rui Hachimura driving on Pope. And you've got Rui Hachimura with 13 points in like 7 minutes. He's still being really beneficial to the Lakers being on the floor. He's been a big benefactor for their lead. 38-30, Hachimura with 13 points. He still hasn't missed a shot. He's 6 of 6 from the field. And Jamal Murray draws a foul on Dennis Schroeder. So Jamal Murray, don't know if there will be any free throws because he wasn't taking a shot. And I don't think that the Lakers earned the bonus yet because it's early in the second quarter. But probably a smart play by Jamal Murray. Denver's really struggling. Just try to settle it down a little bit. Maybe try to get Los Angeles in a little bit of foul trouble. That was a really good play by Rui Hachimura. Very athletic. For his size, he has some athleticism with that reverse. Now Jokic in the lane, and Jokic, that was pure. 38-32, 6-point game. Jokic back in the game. Probably a smart move by Michael Malone. They need Jokic on the floor. He's got 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. But the Lakers, they've been hitting so many shots, Jokic hasn't been able to get a lot of rebounds yet. Anthony Davis serving, kicks to Austin Reeves, and that's how you get a player going right there. Reeves hasn't done much in this game, but Anthony Davis kicks to Austin Reeves, and he gets a layup to fall. 40-32, Los Angeles now by 8. Now Caldwell Pope swatted away by Anthony Davis. Now Rui Hachimura up the floor to LeBron James, and LeBron James, he was going for the slam dunk, and he loses the ball out of bounds. That's insane. LeBron James could have put Los Angeles up by 10 points, but he loses the basketball. He was going for that big slam dunk, and he loses it. That's hilarious. Even LeBron James knows it right there. That will be on one of his, the highlight reels that they do of SportsCenter, not top 10. But LeBron James, he's finished more dunks than he's missed, but that's funny right there. He was going up strong. He just lost the basketball out of bounds. 40-32. That's a break for Denver, because they are really struggling at this juncture of the game. And to have LeBron James turn it over right there, that could definitely help them out and maybe swing the momentum back Denver's way. James Konovich, thanks for being here, says Joker power. For sure. The Joker is fantastic. Jokic, he can score in a variety of ways. But definitely Los Angeles has been the better team to start, even with Jokic's play. Los Angeles doing a great job getting a lot of teammates involved. But LeBron James with that turnover right there, very hilarious. But still, Los Angeles up by 8 points. But thanks for being here, James. Really appreciate it. Via Ohio State said, thanks for the condolences. I do think this game will be very close. You are so welcome, via Ohio State. I just really appreciate you for being here and hope you feel better. But I really do appreciate you for being here. Got a great game right now. Denver down by 8. But like you said, I think it will be a very close game. Just very hard to envision this series having many blowouts. Yes, it can happen. We've seen a lot of games, in a lot of playoff series where you thought that the game would be close and then it's a blowout. Look at the Warriors-Lakers. There was a couple games in that series where there were blowouts. And it's like, how's there a blowout? This should be close. It's the Lakers and the Warriors. But it can happen. But it is very tough to envision this particular game being a blowout, especially because Denver won the first game. Really, the only way you can see a blowout in a way is if Denver just really struggles in this game for whatever reason and Los Angeles is able to beat them by a lot. But it's kind of hard to envision the Lakers getting blown out because they know they need this game. So they're going to play really hard to try to get the win. But it's going to be interesting. You never know. Anything's possible. But so far, it's been a close game. It's been a high-quality game and definitely could be a great game down the stretch as we get closer and closer to the end. But I really appreciate all you guys for being here. The Ohio State says Hatchimura on fire to start the game, hasn't missed. And to your point, him being on fire is so important for a team's chances to win a game because he's a role player. He's a bench player. Even though he's a guy with a lot of talent, and even though he's a guy that a lot of people know that is capable of putting up points, no one's really expecting him. He's not the biggest name to go out there and get the job done. But then when you look at the box score of this game and Los Angeles is able to win this game on the road and people are looking at, oh, LeBron James and Anthony Davis must have both had huge games. And then you look at Anthony Davis, he has like 28 points. And then you look at LeBron James, he has like 23. And you're like, how is Los Angeles able to win on the road at Denver? And then you look at Rui Hachimura and you look at he has like 20, 25 points. Like, okay, that's why they were able to win because Rui Hachimura was huge for Los Angeles. Now, he only has 13 points right now, but he's on track to have a really good game, and that's going to help out Los Angeles. Because you look at the Lakers in game one, Anthony Davis had 40, they still lost. Jokic had 53 points. And they lost the game to the Suns. That's insane. Jokic had 53 points in one of the games at the Phoenix Suns, and they still lost. So you could have a star that has an incredible game, and it doesn't matter. You still lose. So it's crazy. But you've got to have a plethora of guys scoring the ball because your stars, yes, they're important, but they just can't be the only ones that are scoring at a high level because if they are, then and your bench isn't getting it done, you're not going to win many games. But Rui Hachimura, he goes to the bench. I'd have left him in. Maybe give him a breather, just try to rotate some more of your guys in, maybe get him going. But when you've got a guy playing at a high level, you got to leave him in. But LeBron James and Anthony Davis only have 8 points right now and 3 turnovers, and they're up 8. So that shows you the role player for the Lakers are getting the job done with the 2 stars not doing a great job right now. But they'll probably heat up by the end of the game. But Jokic, top of the key, over to Jamal Murray. Denver down by 8, and they need some points. Jokic tried to get it down low to Aaron Gordon and denied by Anthony Davis again. LeBron James down the floor, and he's fouled. So LeBron James all the way to the rim, and now he's holding his leg. So hopefully LeBron James is okay. But that's always the danger when you are an older guy going full speed ahead down the lane. You could turn an ankle or just land wrong. It's always a fear for sure. But I think LeBron James will be okay. He's a very durable player. Been very smart throughout his career to, be able to sit games when, especially when when your body needs it. The doctors have done a good job with that, and that's why LeBron James still playing at a high level at his age. But LeBron James went full speed ahead. Looks like maybe just slipped a little bit. Like maybe just his foot got caught a little bit on Jamal Murray's, but it does not look too bad. But LeBron James, hopefully he'll be all right, but his first free throw's good. So he knocks it down. Lakers are back up by 9, and still, even though despite LeBron James, Anthony Davis not having too many stats right now, it's also the fact that their defense has done well against Denver, and they've shot more free throws than Denver. And you got Rui Hachimura playing at a high level. That's why the Lakers are winning. They're doing all the things they need to win. LeBron James does have 8 points now for those 2 free throws. So it's 42-32. Lakers lead by 10. Jokic down the floor over Anthony Davis. How did Jokic get that to fall? That's unbelievable. Jokic somehow got that shot over Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has been blocking everything. He's been a blocking machine, but somehow Jokic was able to get that shot to fall. But on the other end, Anthony Davis scores. I think they call a foul on Michael Porter Jr. That was a really good play by Anthony Davis. Somehow he got that shot over. Let's see if it was a foul. LeBron swings it to Anthony Davis. He drove in. I don't know. Wasn't too much contact by Porter Jr. It looked like Anthony Davis did create most of that contact, but they do call a foul, and the Lakers are shooting another free throw right here. They have to have like 12 or 13 free throws right now to Denver's 4 or 5. That's a big reason why they're winning. You got to get to the line. Denver is a team capable of getting the line. They're at home. They should not be having any issues getting to the line. But that's what cost the Warriors. The Warriors did not go to the line a lot against the Lakers, and the Lakers were able to win the series. So, and you saw in game 1, Los Angeles started to shoot a lot of free throws late in that fourth quarter, whereas Denver was not shooting a lot of free throws. So if you are, the Denver Nuggets. You were able to survive game one, but it's not a recipe for success if Los Angeles is shooting a lot more free throws than you are. Jamal Murray shoots a three. That's off the mark, and LeBron James saves it from going out of bounds. 45-34. Denver still in a funk. They're down by 11 points. 6:40 to go in the second quarter. LeBron James with the ball. Jamal Murray. Now over to Austin Reeves for three. Reeves shots off the mark. Jokic with the rebounds. What a pass up the floor to Jamal Murray for the slam dunk. What a cross-court pass by Jokic. That's a fantastic play. And again, when you got a big that can pass the ball like a point guard up the floor on the fast break, that is so dangerous for the other team to stop. 6:10 to go in the second quarter. Los Angeles with a 9-point lead. You've got LeBron James with Aaron Gordon on. Now over to Anthony Davis in the mid-range. Anthony Davis misses the shot, and you've got Bruce Brown with the rebound. Now over to Jamal Murray up the floor. 5:50 to go. Now down low to Jokic again. Jokic is stripped by LeBron James. What a steal. LeBron James up the floor. And is there a foul? I do not think they call one. LeBron James is looking for that foul. He's not going to get it. But the ball will remain with Los Angeles. But Jokic got stripped by LeBron James. That was a good strip. Got all ball. And then LeBron James on the other end. Yeah, it was all ball as well by Bruce Brown. That's a really good play. Both of them were clean. LeBron James going insane, looking for a foul, but it was a clean play. But the Lakers will be inbounding the ball. LeBron is taking a breather. He's on the bench. Russell to Anthony Davis, and there's another foul on Denver. The Denver crowd is getting upset with all of these fouls. 5:44 to go in the second quarter. Anthony Davis, he'll have a couple of free throws, and he's a really good free throw shooter. We'll see. Anthony Davis drove in the lane. Aaron Gordon, I don't know. Aaron Gordon, he got him a little bit. He got him a little bit down low under the arm, but it wasn't too bad. It definitely looks like the Denver fans are about to blow a gasket. They're getting really upset with all of these foul calls. Anthony Davis hits a free throw, but the free throw discrepancy is large. Los Angeles has been in the line a lot more than Denver, and that's helped them win a lot of games in these playoffs. But we'll have to see as we keep continuing here how many free throws the Lakers end up with versus Denver. And if the free throws are too much, if Los Angeles goes to the line too much, they'll have a good chance to win, and Denver won't be able to come back if they continue to keep hitting free throws. Because Los Angeles, that's their strategy. They want to get to the line. That's easy points. And when you've got Anthony Davis who's a really good free throw shooter, definitely can knock him down. That will help out Los Angeles. 47-36. But Denver needs to find a way to settle it down because they are really struggling right now on the offensive end, despite the fact that Jokic has had a really good first half. Jamal Murray has as well in some moments, but the rest of the team just is not doing enough. There's been some good plays. Jeff Green had a great dunk, but it's not enough. Caldwell Pope has not gotten going yet. Jokic in the lane with another ridiculous shot. Nikola Jokic with a hook shot and in. That's a great play. And they call the foul on Rui Hachimura. He's saying, what did I do? Let's see if he did anything wrong. Jokic on that drive, I don't know, wasn't too much. But they do call a foul on the Lakers. That should make the Denver fans a little bit happier right there. Jokic at the line, 47-38. He's a pretty solid free throw shooter. Not as good as Anthony Davis, but he can knock him down, and his free throw is good. So it's down to 8, 47-39. And Denver, with another stop and a score, will be right back in the game. 5:20 to go in the second quarter. D'Angelo Russell with Bruce Brown on him. Now over to Anthony Davis. Jokic on Anthony Davis with a reverse. Misses the shot. Good defense from Jokic without fouling. Now over to Bruce Brown in the corner to Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and he drains the three. 47-42. 5:07 to go in the second quarter, and timeout Los Angeles. Denver's crowd's getting back engaged, and Denver has cut the lead down to 5 after LA had it up by double digits. That's a big shot by Caldwell Pope. I think those are his first points as well. I don't think he scored yet until that point. That's a really good shot. The Ohio State said crazy that Caleb Love decommitted from Michigan. I saw your video on that and read about it. One of my friends who is a huge Michigan fan said there was likely an issue with transfer course credits. For sure. Really appreciate you for watching the video. Thanks a lot. But I completely agree with you. There is some speculation with his credits going over from North Carolina to Michigan. The one thing that's interesting is Terrence Shannon, the Texas Tech player that went to Illinois, had the same progress. It looked like he was going to Michigan, but it didn't look like he had enough credits either or something like that. But the difference is Terrence Shannon never transferred all the way to Michigan. He just visited there, and then he ended up committing to Illinois. Caleb Love committed to Michigan, and he's been committed for a month. So it's kind of interesting with the transfer portal credits, with your academic stuff going over from North Carolina to Michigan. It's kind of late in the game for that to become a factor. I have no idea if that is the main reason or if there was something else. Maybe Caleb Love saw Michigan is not a good fit anymore because of the fact that Michigan doesn't have Hunter Dickinson anymore. If there's a chance they might not be that great next season. I don't know if that's the reason, but it's really interesting for sure. But it's wild that it's only happened to Michigan. You don't see many players go to a program and it looks like they're going to commit, or they do commit and then they leave. But it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to be very intrigued with where Caleb Love ends up for sure. But I definitely would talk about it in a couple more minutes, because LeBron James down the floor, he misses the layup. Had a really good look at the rim, but cannot make the shot. Now Bruce Brown down the floor, and he misses on the other end. So 2 missed layups. Now Los Angeles, 4:42 to go, and is there a foul? And there is. You got Bruce Brown down low fouling Rui Hachimura. There's been a lot of fouls on Denver. Rui Hachimura, they'll show the replay. I think he was fouled. We'll have to see, though. Hachimura goes up. Bruce Brown, yeah, he fouled him on the head. That's a foul. It looked clean on the first viewing because he didn't get him on the arm, but he did get him on the head. So Hachimura, his first free throw is good. He's a pretty solid free throw shooter. Was a good player at Gonzaga. Had a lot of success, won a lot of games with the Bulldogs. But definitely was fouled on top of the head. I don't think they're going to call a flagrant foul or anything, or they would have already reviewed it. I don't think it was. No malicious intent. Bruce Brown just trying to go for the ball, but unfortunately got a little bit of head as well. And now Hachimura knocks down the second. So it's 49-42, 7-point lead for LA to stop that Denver run that they had going on. Los Angeles knocks down a couple free throws. But Hachimura still hasn't missed a shot. 15 points. He's 6-6 from the field, and he's hit all his free throws as well. I'd definitely be leaving him in the game. Jokic driving into the lane. Kicks over to Bruce Brown. What a pass. What a play by Bruce Brown. How did he keep his control? I have no idea, but that was a really good play by Bruce Brown. 49-44, 4:10 to go in the second quarter. He's got 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Maybe that will get him going. Anthony Davis in the mid-range misses the shot. Jamal Murray down the floor for Denver. He pulls up from deep, no good, and then Bruce Brown with the rebound. His shot's off the mark as well. Anthony Davis tries to save it to LeBron James, and the ball is out of bounds off of the Lakers. And LeBron James is saying it's off of Denver, but he's not going to get the call. That's crazy right there. Both teams are battling for the ball. Yeah, it's off of LeBron. I think it deflected off of him. I think that's a good call. Oh, but they are calling it off of Denver. It's Los Angeles, but I thought it was off LeBron. I thought it hit his hand last, so I thought it was Denver ball, but they're giving it to LA. LeBron James misses a 3, though, so it does not matter for Denver. Now Jamal Murray with the ball to Gordon, and the ball's off LeBron James. He's trying to get down low to Bruce Brown, but there is a deflection off of LeBron James, so it will remain with the Denver Nuggets. 3:33 to go in the second quarter. Definitely Denver starting to creep back into this game slowly but surely. Los Angeles has had several moments where they look like they were starting to pull away from Denver. But Denver's hanging around trying to get back in it. Caldwell Pope in the mid-range, and his shot goes in, hit the front iron backboard, and it went in. Little bit of luck, and Caldwell Pope gets a bucket. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Schroeder with the ball. Jamal Murray guarding him. Schroeder off the dribble. Schroeder all the way in the lane with a reverse. He misses. That was a great play by Schroeder, but he could not get the shot to fall. Almost only counts in horseshoes, as they say. And down the floor, Jokic to Gordon for the dunk. 49-48, and we've got a 1-point game. The Denver Nuggets are right back in it. The crowd is back on their feet. The Lakers have missed their last 8 field goals. So they've gone cold now, just like Denver did earlier in this game. D'Angelo Russell, top of the key, in the mid-range. He's trying to fake to get open, but he cannot. Now LeBron James pulls from three again, and he's cold. Jamal Murray with the board with a chance for Denver to take the lead again. Murray down the floor, being guarded by Anthony Davis with his long arms. It is very hard to pass with him guarding you. Over to Caldwell Pope in the corner. His shot's off the mark. Bruce Brown tried to save it, and he cannot. It will be Los Angeles basketball. 2:25 to go in the second quarter. Austin Reeves will be coming back in for LA. But, man, both teams are playing really hard, giving it everything they've got. But that was a great play by Jokic. Down low to Gordon for the dunk. Jokic is a great passer. He sets up his teammates so well. His teammates are really good. They've gotten a lot better with getting depth and talent on the Denver roster besides Jokic and Murray. But Jokic makes everybody on the team better for sure with his passing ability and setting up his teammates. LeBron James to Reeves in the corner. Austin Reeves off the dribble. His shot's off, and Los Angeles keeps missing field goals, and the ball is off of Anthony Davis. It will be Denver ball. 49-48, 2:04 to go in the second quarter. We're almost at the half in this high-flying first half. It's been a great game so far. The Lakers have not made a field goal since the 7:04 mark in the second quarter, and it's wild that they're still winning. Denver has not completely taken advantage of this cold spell by Los Angeles because they have not retaken the lead. You're still down by one, and Los Angeles has not hit a field goal in over 5 minutes. Jamal Murray misses a deep three. Anthony Davis gets the rebound, and he kicks to LeBron James. Both teams have only hit 4 threes, and they're not really efficient from the three-point line. But LeBron James, he can get to the rim, and he does. 51-48. Lakers lead by 3. Now Jokic down the floor with a pull-up floater, misses the shot, but he gets his own miss, goes up strong again. He misses another shot. He had both attempts, but he could not get him to fall. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Anthony Davis has been out-rebounding Jokic in this game. Another reason why Los Angeles is clinging to a three-point lead. Jokic is going to have to find a way to rebound more in this game, or Denver's going to really struggle on the glass. Schroeder down the lane. Murray guarding him well, did not allow him to pull up. Now Schroeder in the mid-range for 2. His shot's off the mark. And Jokic with the board. Denver down by 3. 1 to go in the second quarter. The first half is almost over. Aaron Gordon at the top of the key being guarded by Anthony Davis. Jokic with 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. He's starting to rack up those stats. Jokic trying to pass, but there's no one open. Kicks to Gordon. Over to Jamal Murray. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Murray for 2. His shot's off the mark. Schroeder with the rebound. Murray's looking for a foul. He's not going to get it. It looked like his shot was influenced a little bit, but he's not going to get that foul call. 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Lakers up by 3 points. Make it 5. LeBron James with an alley-oop to Rui Hachimura, and Hachimura still hasn't missed. He's been perfect from the field for the Lakers. 7-7. He's hit all of his free throws. He's been the biggest bright spot for Los Angeles. What a game so far by Rui. Now Jokic down the lane, and he is fouled by Hachimura. About the only thing Hachimura has done wrong is fouled right there. That is fantastic for the Lakers and how well Rui Hachimura is playing right now. And if you can get Anthony Davis and LeBron James going in the second half, LA could come out with a win in Mile High Arena. But we'll have to see. Denver still has a lot left in the tank, I'm sure. But that was a fantastic pass from LeBron James. He read the alley-oop play, Rui Hachimura with the backdoor cut, and he goes up strong and he slams it home. When you're tall and you got springs, you can slam it home very easily right there, and they make it look effortless. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Denver will be inbound the ball. No free throws because the Lakers were not in the bonus yet. Jokic to Jamal Murray. He pulls up from 3. Murray still cold, not able to make that shot. Now Schroeder. He gets the ball with 2 seconds left. Austin Reeves, another half-court 3, and he's not able to hit that one like he did the other night. 53-48 at the half. Los Angeles with a 5-point lead. Rui Hachimura perfect from the field with 17 points. LeBron with 10 points. Jokic with 16 points. Jamal Murray with 10. Those are your leading scorers for both teams. And if this first half is any indication, then we should have a spectacular second half on our hands in this Western Conference Finals. What a game in game 2. Denver leads the series 1-0. Los Angeles trying to steal one on the road, be able to even the series up, make them have a great chance to win this series. But Denver, if they can go up 2-0, it would help them as well to be able to potentially finish off the Lakers further on down the line. But we'll have to see. But what a great first half. But via Ohio State says, any predictions on where Caleb Love will end up? That's a great question, and it's very interesting because you look at Caleb Love. He's a guy that if you're talking about his academics, Indiana's a school that needs a two-guard. And Indiana's a school that recruited him out of high school and in the transfer portal the first time. They could be a viable option. And I think that you look at Indiana, being a program that looks like they're going to have success next year because Mike Woodson has brought in some transfers and some recruits from high school that look like they're going to be able to potentially have a great team next year in the Big Ten. Indiana could be a top 25 team next season. If Caleb Love joins the Hoosiers, then that could potentially help out Indiana, be able to potentially win the Big Ten next season, be a top 15 team, be a really good team next season if Caleb Love wants to win. But if the academics are a problem, he won't be able to go to Indiana because Indiana has great academics. You also look at Missouri. That's closer to home for him. Missouri, I don't know if they have as high of academics as Michigan and Indiana. I'm told from a lot of people that they do, that their academics are fairly high. I don't know if they are as high, but if that's the case and the academics are still a problem, he won't be able to go there. If the academics are too much of a problem, I think he'll just go to a team in the SEC or the Big 12. It's kind of in the middle of the pack, where he'll be able to shine, maybe still make the tournament, but they probably won't have the most success next season. But if he wants to win and he's able to, have those academics at a high enough level where he can go to any school, I think Indiana or Missouri are really good options for him. But Kansas could be an option as well. I've heard that, but I think that Kansas is a bit overloaded on the roster and don't know if Caleb Love will be guaranteed to start. He probably would start, but you've got a lot of guards on the Kansas Jayhawks right now. I think they would potentially take him if Bill Self is really interested in him. But it's a great question. But Caleb Love's an enigma. His transfer portal saga continues. Thought we were done with Michigan, that he'd be playing for the Wolverines next season. But now he's going to be playing for another team. I even saw someone say, could he go back to Carolina? Again, if the academics are a problem, he will not go to North Carolina again. And I don't know if they'll take him back because of the fact that North Carolina has filled up the rest of their roster. I don't know if they have any roster spots available, but I mean, if Caleb Love was to transfer back, they probably would take him. But it's a very interesting situation all around with Caleb Love. There's a lot of moving parts at play, but we'll find out probably where Caleb Love will be playing basketball, presumably in the next couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks again. He might be one of the last big names left in the portal again because he was already committed, but now he's back open. But we'll have to see. But it's very interesting for sure. Definitely be staying tuned for that to see where Caleb Love ends up. But back to the NBA, Jeff says, Nuggets better watch and laughing on for trying to show off for King J. Yeah, that was a funny play. LeBron James trying to go to the rim. He's trying to do a big dunk. He had a really good-looking dunk right in front of him, but he lost the ball. It went right through his hands. And that was a big swing because Los Angeles was really starting to blow it open right there. And that play kind of swung the momentum back to Denver just a little bit and helped them get back in this game. But if you're Denver, yes, you're only down 5 at the half, and you can consider that a win, especially considering how well Los Angeles has played. But if you're the Denver Nuggets, Denver, you can make an argument, should be winning because Los Angeles went over 5 minutes without a field goal. Yeah, they had a couple free throws during that stretch, but Los Angeles was really strong. The Lakers could not score, and Denver went a long time without scoring as well. So I don't know how that bodes for Denver as the game goes on, but Denver definitely missed some opportunities to potentially take the lead. They missed some opportunities, and that's why they're still down by 5 points. But like you said, funny with LeBron James for sure, but he had a pretty solid first half despite that. Some really good drives. But Los Angeles up by 5. They've been dominating at the foul line, predictably, because Los Angeles has been dominating at the foul line in these playoffs really the whole entire time. Doesn't matter what series it is, whether it was Memphis or Golden State or now with Denver. Every series, Los Angeles has been in the line a lot more than their opponents. So I think that's been huge for them. Rui Hachimura, his perfect first half, 7-7 from the field, 17 points. That's been huge. He hasn't missed a shot. That has been a big difference for why Denver's not winning right now, because you've had LeBron James and Anthony Davis at times in the first half kind of struggle on the offensive end. But Hachimura has not missed a shot. He's been solid. He's been that energy guy, been able to make the rest of his teammates better with his high level of play, playing really hard. So I will say that Hachimura is a big reason why Los Angeles is winning. It's kind of almost like a Remy Martin with Kansas, how they were able to win the national championship. If it wasn't for Remy Martin, they would not be able to win that year with the Kansas Jayhawks over North Carolina. So sometimes you need that spark plug off the bench. The spark plug off the bench is very important in helping you be able to win an NBA title or a national championship, whatever you're aiming for. I think that depth is important. You've got to have guys off the bench that can give you 20 points sometimes, 20, 25 points. And right now, Rui Hachimura is that guy for Los Angeles. We'll have to see if he can keep it up in the second half. But if he can, the Lakers could get out of Denver with a win. But for Denver, they need more out of Caldwell Pope, Jeff Green, some of these other guys. Christian Braun didn't have too good of a first half. He wasn't able to really contribute on the offensive end. And that's why Denver's losing right now. So we'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting. Jeff said that was not a foul on Murray. Can't exactly remember which play you are referring to, but there's been a lot of ticky-tack calls both ways. I think that might be, the refs trying to not let anything get out of hand. I really think that does play a role in why there have been a lot of ticky-tack fouls. But sometimes the more ticky-tack fouls are called, that's what frustrates the players, and that's when they do get into it. So sometimes you try to do the right thing, but it doesn't matter. So it's going to be really interesting there, but I do think that overall, looking at the Denver Nuggets, they've had a lot of plays that haven't gone their way. They've lost the ball out of bounds a few times when maybe it was off the Lakers. Been some, ticky-tack fouls that they've called against Denver, you could say. But definitely Denver's going to have to hang in. They're only down by 5 with the chance to potentially do better in the second half. Jeff says Davis charged. That's ridiculous. Now, that play I remember. I thought it was a charge. I really do. I think it was Michael Porter who was guarding him. But, yeah, I don't think that was a foul on Michael Porter. I think it was a charge, but definitely they did not call it. But like you said, some bad calls you could say, but maybe it could go either way. There's been a couple bad calls that Denver has also had that the Lakers were upset about. So it's been very interesting. But Los Angeles definitely been in the line a lot more. Denver's going to have to close that gap if they want to win. I think that Denver needs to find a way to get to the line more, especially when they've got guys that can draw fouls and get to the rim. We'll have to see if they can do a better job of that in the second half. Jeff says they're calling way too many fouls on Denver. So definitely Jeff was very animated in that first half with all of the foul calls. So we'll have to see. He also says, here come the Nuggets. Yes, the Nuggets did come on strong late in the first half. I still feel like they didn't take full advantage of the Lakers' drought, though. The Lakers really struggled. Denver could have taken the lead. Denver could have found a way to maybe be up at half right now by 3 to 5 points, but they also still were struggling to score, and the Lakers benefited by Denver not being able to score that much as well, and that's why even though Los Angeles did not score a field goal for over 5 minutes, they still have the lead. Los Angeles, besides that drought, had a great first half. I felt like Denver had more moments where they struggled, particularly early on in that second quarter. That was Denver's worst moment, right when the second quarter started. That's when Los Angeles went on their big 10-11-0 run, and then you had to have a timeout for Michael Malone. Denver's crowd was getting out of the game. So I think that stretch is why Denver's losing. You take out that stretch, and Denver is winning this game right now. But still, you have to play good for as much of the game as possible. When you go on those big droughts, the other team either has to take advantage of it, and they'll be able to win, or you have to find a way to slow them down and stay in the game, which Denver, you could say, did. That's why they're only, down by 5, because they didn't allow the Lakers to blow it open. And then you could go the other way with it as well, that Los Angeles, was able to withhold Denver from being able to take the lead back. And they were able to keep the lead, even though the Lakers went on a big drought. So both teams have been trying to neutralize each other. Feel like both teams are doing a really solid job of that, but we'll have to see what happens in the second half. I think the first 5 minutes of the second half is always telling with how a team's going to do. If you're Denver, you're down 5, and you go on a quick 8-0 run, make Darvin Ham and the Lakers call a timeout, Denver could win. But if you're the Lakers and you're up 5 and you can extend this to about a 10 to 12 point lead, a 7-0 run out of the gate in the second half, that could really hurt Denver's chances, and then they end up losing. So we'll have to see, but definitely the first 5 minutes of the second half are very important to be able to win a game or a playoff series. You got to be able to do a good job of that. I think Bob Knight, it was his famous phrase in college basketball, the first 5 minutes of the second half are the most important. Even though you can argue the first 5 minutes of a game are the most important, the last 5 minutes of a game are the most important. But still, the second half is usually where things could go wrong, the beginning of a half. And you can kind of tell, even in the beginning of the second quarter, the first 5 minutes of that second quarter is when Denver started to fall behind. So really, the first few minutes of a quarter sets the tone for the rest of, that quarter and potentially the rest of the game. So it's very interesting for sure, but Denver needs to do a better job of being able to score points, more consistently and not go on big droughts, because if they do, with Los Angeles' propensity to get to the free throw line at a high rate, it's going to be very tough for Denver to win. But it's going to be very interesting. Looking forward to the second half. Should be a great second half. The Ohio State says transferring colleges in general without graduating is difficult out here. For sure. Just very interesting, though, with Michigan, how it seems like they're the only one that have had the problem. It doesn't seem like most other teams and schools and programs have that problem. But definitely sometimes we don't know everything behind the scenes. Maybe there are some other issues and we just don't know about it. But very interesting for sure. I'm sure it is hard because you got to be able to look at the academic stuff just as much as on the court and on the field. A lot of people don't look at, the academics, even though they still are very important even today. Jeff says, wow, the Nuggets are flying high, baby. Yeah, they are. I mean, they've had some big moments. They've been doing a good job on the defensive end, especially late in the second quarter when they were stopping the Lakers from being able to really blow it open. But they have been playing really hard. But you can make an argument Los Angeles has been a high flying as well. I just think it's been a high flying game. That's to be expected. We're in the Western Conference Finals. All bets are off. This is when it matters the most. This is when you got to give it and bring it every single game. Give it your all. This is not a time where you can go out there and give it 50%. This is when you got to give it 150%. And even if you lose, you want people to say, hey, they tried, they gave it everything they had. They might not have won the series, but they gave it everything they had. You don't want to be that team that gets all the way here and then you lose 4-1, or even if it is a closer series but you get blown out in the last game. Kind of like the 76ers from the Celtics. I get, why some people, really wanted Doc Rivers gone. I can totally understand that, maybe just because of that ending or all the other blown leads that he's had. But you just feel like if the 76ers barely lose that game, maybe circumstances are a bit different. Who knows? I know there's a lot of this stuff going on maybe with Harden, rumors about that as well. But you look at the 76ers, if you lose that game by like 1 point, it'd be a little bit different. They got blown out. You just can't get blown out. It's a bad look. The Suns got blown out the last 2 years in their final playoff game, whether it was against the Dallas Mavericks or the Denver Nuggets. In their last game, the elimination game, they got destroyed. You can't get eliminated and lose in blowout fashion. You got to go out giving it all you got. I think that's a better way to go out. The result's still the same, and it still stings and hurts that you didn't win the series. But if you give it everything you've got and you barely lose, then I think it just looks a lot better perceptionally than getting beat 25 points or by 30 points in an elimination game, because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to give it 110%, and somebody has to lose. But if you get blown out, it's just a bad look. The Ohio State said, what an incredible first half by Hachimura. Perfect from the field, 7 for 7, and perfect at free throws. I want Nuggets to win, but props to Hachimura. For sure. Again, like you said, a lot of people want the Nuggets to win. Don't blame. It'd be very great for them to be able to get their first chance to go to a finals and maybe win a title for the first time ever. But like you said, even if you're not a fan of the Lakers, and even if you do want Denver to win, whatever anybody's circumstance is, you always got to give props to a player that's not supposed to have as good of a game as they are, and they do. Hachimura's first half was insane. He was perfect from the field. We'll have to see if he can continue it. It's going to be very difficult for him to be able to continue that in the second half. But even if he goes out there and scores 8 or 9 more points, that would still be big, and that would put him up to around 25, 26 points for the game. And his contributions are going to be key potentially for Los Angeles winning this game, and potentially the series if they are able to win this game. He's been huge. So like you said, complete props. He's been playing really well, and I'm sure Los Angeles fans are very happy he's been playing well. Thanks for being here, Azuki. I really appreciate it. And Jackson says, Nuggets are in trouble right now. Now, I think that, and thanks for being here as well, Jackson, really appreciate it. But I think to your point, even though they're only down by 5, it is still concerning that the Lakers did have that big drought and they're still down, like I said earlier. They needed to retake the lead with how poorly that stretch was for Los Angeles. But Denver wasn't able to take advantage of that, and Denver's still down right now. But we'll have to see if they can rebound in the second half and get back ahead. But to your point, they are in a bit of trouble. Even if they lose this game, I don't think it's, do or die time, they're out of the series, whatever, because they're still going to be tied 1-1. But if Denver does not win this game, it will be difficult, for them to be able to regain, momentum in the series, especially if Los Angeles wins both games at the Lakers, then they'll be up 3-1. So if you're Denver, if you do lose the game, you're going to have to win a game on the road. And Denver has been a much better team at home. You even saw the Phoenix series. They lost 2 road games in that Phoenix series, and then they finally won the last road game that they played in. But Denver's a much better team at home. So you just feel like for Denver, you got to take advantage of having your home court, having Mile High Arena and your crowd that's just busting and pleading to be able to get to an NBA Finals. They want it so badly. They're so close. They can smell it. They're so close. They're only 3 games away, 3 wins away from getting to a final. So Denver really hungry to get there. Their crowd is hungry to get there, but Los Angeles trying to do everything they possibly can to prevent that. And they are a team with a lot of experience and a lot of depth, just like Denver. That's why I think this matchup works so well, because you've got Anthony Davis who can kind of neutralize Jokic just a bit, even though Jokic is still incredible, even despite Anthony Davis's stellar defense at times. But I will say that both these teams are really deep. Both these teams, are, really solid all around, not just their stars, but even their role players. And I feel like if the Boston Celtics are able to beat the Miami Heat, you might have one of the deepest NBA Finals ever, with both teams being deep, whether the Lakers or the Nuggets win. Now, if Miami wins, they're deep as well. Not as deep as Boston with how many players can score, especially with Hero and Oladipo out. But I just will say, with the NBA, it just seems like all of these teams are so much deeper than they've ever been. And that just makes for so much great basketball and so many teams to have a chance to win, the NBA title, win the whole thing. I think that makes so much, so many fans really want to watch the NBA and really enjoy it, because you never know who's going to win. Just so many great teams in the NBA right now. It makes it so hard to win an NBA title, but so rewarding when you do. And right out of the gate, Austin Reeves with a 2, and the Lakers start the second half strong, 55-48. Jamal Murray driving in, kicks back out to Jokic. 11:20 to go in the third quarter. Jokic is driving in, and he scores. 55-50. Jokic has been huge for Denver. He's been carrying the load offensively, not even passing as much as normal. He is scoring and scoring. He's got 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, but he's definitely going to need his teammates to step up. LeBron James at the top of the key, kicks to Austin Reeves in the corner. Austin Reeves serving, kicks to Vanderbilt. Out to Russell, back to Reeves for 3, and Reeves knocks it down. And just like that, Austin Reeves with 14 points. Again, the depth of the Lakers is starting to show itself as well, and they're up by 8 points. Denver falling a little flat again to start the second half in the third quarter. Jamal Murray kicks to Jokic, 10:40 to go in the third. Jokic to Murray to Caldwell Pope. Driving in the lane, Pope to Jokic, back out to Porter Jr., Porter Jr. back to Jokic, and he has to chunk up a 3, and that's an air ball. That's probably not a good pass by Porter Jr. You've got 3 seconds on the shot clock. You've got to commit. Am I going to take the shot or maybe try to drive and draw a foul? But you can't kick it out to Jokic like that with 1 second left on the shot clock. That's not going to get it done, because he's not going to be able to do anything with it. 10:30 to go in the third quarter. Just a mistake. But now the Lakers have the ball. D'Angelo Russell bringing it up the floor with Caldwell Pope on. Now over to LeBron James with Aaron Gordon. He gets by Gordon, kicks to Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis for 2. And the Lakers now have a 10-point lead. I told you, again, the first 5 minutes of the second half are very important, and Denver's falling flat. If they lose this game, it's because of the fact that they're not starting out the second half very well, so we'll have to see. Jokic down low to Aaron Gordon, though, and Gordon slams it home. So that's a good response. But again, Jokic is doing it all, scoring and passing. He needs some help, and he's starting to get fatigued. D'Angelo Russell over to LeBron James. LeBron James, top of the key, off the dribble to Anthony Davis. It looked like Anthony Davis might have traveled, but they did not call it. Jokic with the board, up the floor. Jokic is approaching a triple-double again. Down to Gordon. He tried to get Gordon for an alley-oop, but he could not get it to him. He could not get it to fall. LeBron James down the lane, and LeBron James bursts to the rim, and he lays it in. 62-52. 9:25 to go in the third quarter. LeBron James with 12.6 rebounds and 7 assists. He's trying to match Jokic with that triple-double stat line. And the Lakers are consistently having this 8 to 10-point lead right now. Porter Jr. out to Jokic off the dribble. Jokic drives, gets the foul called on Anthony Davis, and one. What a play by Nikola Jokic. Jokic is so talented off the dribble. I mean, he took the ball from the top of the key, drove in with a little spin move, got the foul on Anthony Davis, and had the strength to score. He is a fantastic player. That's all you can say about Nikola Jokic. He is one of the best offensive players in NBA history. He's that good. There are so many great players in the NBA throughout history and today, but Jokic is a fantastic offensive player, and he hits the free throw to boot as well. 62-55. So Jokic has either scored or assisted on every point in the second half so far for Denver. 9 to go in the third. LeBron James, top of the key, tried to kick to Anthony Davis, could not, but gets it to Vanderbilt down low. Good defense from Jokic. He has the ball, bringing it back up the floor. Over to Jamal Murray for three. Wide open, and Murray cannot make the shot. He's missed some threes. Gets the ball back. Jamal Murray, Austin Reeves on with a step back two, and he misses again. If Jamal Murray does not get going, it might not be a good night for Denver. He is missing shot after shot. He's only 3 of 15 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. Even great players have games where they struggle. He's a great player, but just struggling to score. And D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers scores on the other end. 64-55, and Michael Malone says, I don't want to see any more of this. I'm calling a timeout. He's only has 3 timeouts left, but he does not care. Denver just looks flat. Really, outside of Nikola Jokic, just the whole entire Denver Nuggets team looks flat. D'Angelo Russell got off that screen fairly easily. That's just a very easy mid-range too. Denver's just a step slow on their recovery defense. They're not getting over. They're not switching quick enough on the defensive end. They're just allowing the Lakers to get to their spots, and that's a problem. If somebody scores on you and it's great defense, there's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes great offense beats great defense, but when you're allowing a guy to just get in the mid-range, get to his spot and shoot that mid-range jumper, that's why Michael Malone called that timeout, because that's not sustainable for Denver. The Nuggets have to find a way to get the Lakers uncomfortable and to take bad shots, just like you saw with Jokic having to shoot that 3 from Porter Jr. That's because the Lakers are defending the Nuggets at a high level, and they're making Denver take tough shots. Sometimes Jokic can hit incredible shots, like that big 3 that he hit against the Lakers in game 1, that ridiculous 35-foot 3 that he hit with 1 second on the shot clock, but you can't do it all the time. And if you are the Denver Nuggets in this second half, the only player that has really done anything at all is Nikola Jokic. He has been fantastic passing the ball to his teammates, and he's been making shots, but he cannot do it all. If he continues to be the main guy for Denver, no one else can get going, then Denver will not win this game. And even if Jamal Murray does not have his greatest game in the world, which is not looking like he is tonight, Denver can still win. Because Jamal Murray in one of those Phoenix Suns games, he only had like 19 points. And I think he only had like 12 or 14 points when the game still mattered. He scored a few more buckets when the game was over against Phoenix, but he ended up with 19 points. But you had Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he had like 25 points. Bruce Brown had like 20 points. That's the issue right now for Denver, because Jamal Murray is struggling to score, and the rest of the team is as well. So it's a trifecta problem. Their defense is not slowing down Los Angeles. Jamal Murray's really struggling, and the role players are not having the effect and the effort and the high level of play that they had in game 1. You're not always going to play well, but with Los Angeles doing such a good job getting to their spots, getting to the rim, then Denver just has to find a way to stop that, or they will lose this game. Won't be panic time, won't be out of the series, but for Denver, it'll be a big loss for them if they're not able to win this game, because of the fact that will give Los Angeles a really good shot to be able to win the series if they can find a way to win both home games, which they've been really good at home. It's going to be very interesting for sure. I am looking forward to the rest of this game once the TV timeout ends, but we got 8:25 to go in the third quarter, and Los Angeles has been leading in this game since the first quarter. They have dominated since the first quarter. Denver and Los Angeles were tied 27-all at the end of the first, but then the Lakers took a big lead, and they've maintained that lead. Denver got it close a couple times, but Los Angeles is up by 9 right now, and Michael Malone, he does not like what he is seeing right now from his ball club. He wants to see more effort. He wants to see guys giving it all out there on the line, giving it their all to be able to win this game. You cannot give it 75%. This is the Western Conference Finals. There's not many chances that you get to be here. It could be years before Denver gets back. I don't think that's the case because of the fact they have such a great team, but still, you would think in the future they could get back to the Western Conference Finals. But you got to take advantage of it while you're here. We'll see if Denver can respond. Caldwell Pope to Aaron Gordon. Left wide open for three, and that's why the Lakers daring to shoot the ball, and he misses the three. He's a guy that has gotten better from three, but he is not a sharpshooter by no means. D'Angelo Russell bringing the ball up the floor for the 7-seed Lakers that are up by 9. Russell, they get an offensive foul on him. Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he draws that offensive foul. Maybe sold it a little bit. We'll have to see on the replay that if that was a little bit of acting by Caldwell Pope. He did a really good job selling that foul, but I think it was some contact. So I think he did not act to think it was a foul. And the Nuggets have missed their last 7 threes, and Murray's missed around 3 or 4 of those 7. Gordon at the top of the key, swings over to Jokic. Jokic thought about the three. Now he's backing down LeBron James. Now over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. all the way to the rim. Could have been an offensive foul, but they call a block on Austin Reeves. Don't know if Austin Reeves had a foot on the line. I'm not sure. Or if Austin Reeves was not set yet or not. But let's see on the drive. He took a lot of contact. Austin Reeves, I don't know. You can make an argument it was an offensive foul, but it looked like at the very last second, Michael Porter Jr. kind of went to the left just a little bit. He got the blocking foul, but I think you can make an argument that was a charge. But definitely that will make Denver Nuggets fans happy because they feel like the Lakers have been in the line a lot more than the Nuggets. So that will definitely make Denver fans happy. Porter Jr. cans both free throws, so it's 64-57. 7-point game, under 7:30 to go. Porter Jr. with only 7 points. He's another guy that needs to score some more for Denver to have a good chance to win. Russell was trying to draw a foul on a three. He's not going to get the call. Jokic down the floor to Porter Jr. in the lane. Porter Jr. tries to go up, but he gets stopped by LeBron James, and he turns the basketball over. Great defense by LeBron. Now Jared Vanderbilt to Anthony Davis, and Jokic fouls him from behind. So Anthony Davis will have a couple free throws. 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Jokic, he was beat on that play. Not much that he could do there, but Jokic has done a good job of not fouling too much in these playoff games, in this series particularly. They need him out there, but he was beat on that play, decided to give up a foul, make Anthony Davis earn it at the stripe. The only issue is that Anthony Davis, for his size, is a great free throw shooter, just like Kevin Durant. Anthony Davis makes the first free throw, 65-57. And again, he's a very good free throw shooter, just not always a good option to foul him, even though you want to make him earn the points. But he's such a good free throw shooter, it doesn't really matter. We'll see if Anthony Davis can make the second free throw to put the Lakers back up by 9, and he does. Anthony Davis hits them both, 66-57. I'm still sure the Lakers have been in the line a good amount more times than Denver. And the Lakers, they've made their last 17 free throw attempts well. So they're not only getting to the line, they're making their free throws. They're capitalizing on those attempts, on those trips to the stripe. That's what you got to do. Jamal Murray still struggling with a turnover. Russell to LeBron, and he makes that dunk. He didn't do anything fancy on that one. He just decided to dunk it home. 68-57. Denver's down by 11 again. They need points. 6:35 to go in the third. Jamal Murray at the top of the key, being guarded by LeBron. LeBron's got 14.6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. And finally, Jamal Murray gets in the lane and he floats it in. 68-59. That's a big shot potentially for his confidence. Austin Reeves with the ball, driving into the lane, kicks to LeBron James, back to Austin Reeves. 6:10 to go in the third. Now over to Russell in the corner. His shot's off the mark. Jokic with another rebound to add to his collection. Now over to Porter Jr. in the corner. And Porter Jr. for 3. 68-62. And Jokic has to be getting close to a triple-double. And just like that, Denver's cut it to 6. Both teams have only hit 5 threes. But the efficiency has not been there. Both teams have been inefficient. The Lakers are 5 of 16 from 3. Denver is 5 of 20. That's not a great percentage right there at all for either team. But Jokic, again, just so underrated about his game. I know that we probably, potentially take it a bit for granted considering how many players are getting better at handling the ball down the floor. But watching Jokic go down the floor like he does and just pass the ball in the corner like a guard at his height is still insane. Because players used to never do this. And now Jokic just makes it look so effortless. He's such a great basketball player. And he's not just good at scoring. He's good at passing and rebounding. It's so many things. That's why he is such a talented player, because of all the things that he can do. The Ohio State says, what do you think of Wemby's fit with the Spurs? He's going to do so well and be extremely well developed in San Antonio. I think perfect fit for him. I agree with you. I think that overall, looking at Greg Popovich's track record of being able to develop a lot of players, I agree that I think it is a good fit. The only thing I'm concerned with Victor Wembanyama is him being so tall. Will he be able to last a long time in the NBA? Will his knees not give out on him? Hopefully they will be able to support his body for many years and he does not have injury issues. But a lot of tall players that are really thin have had knee issues and other, issues like maybe with their ankles. So as long as Victor Wembanyama can just stay healthy, if he can stay healthy, then I think if with Greg Popovich, wondering how long he's going to coach, but he looks like he's still committed to coaching for a while longer. Maybe this, addition with Victor Wembanyama will make him want to stay a little bit longer in the NBA to be able to see how much he can develop him. But I do think, like you said, there's not many more teams that you can say is a better fit. And a team like the Spurs that are trying to develop, getting a player like him is huge. And as long as he stays healthy, I think Wembanyama will be great. He is a fantastic player, 7'5", 8-foot wingspan, and he can shoot all over the floor and drive and do things that people were blown away that Chet Holmgren can do. And unfortunately, Chet Holmgren got hurt, which again is the issue with players of his height with their knees. But it could have just been a freak thing. But still, Victor Wembanyama, like you said, I think it is a good fit. Hopefully he stays healthy, because if he does, he will be a really good player. The Ohio State Nuggets are 7-0 at home in the playoffs so far, and we're 34-7 at home in the regular season, having the best regular season home record of the season. Hoping Nuggets keep that home unbeaten streak alive. For sure, and that's why they've won all their series so far, because they've been the higher seed. And as long as you win all your home games, you're going to win the series. And then if you steal one on the road, you've got it for sure. So to your point, the Nuggets have been great at home. That's why I feel like it's almost more important for the Nuggets that they win this game than the Lakers, because the Lakers can still come back around, win both of their home games, tie the series back up. If you're Denver, especially considering how well you've done at home versus the road, really need to win this game. You've got your home crowd on your side. Jamal Murray really struggling, but he did finally hit a bucket, and some of the role players are not getting it done either. But Porter Jr. is starting to hit a couple shots. But to your point, I think the Nuggets really need to win this game, and they've been great at home. You look, like you said, their regular season home record 34-7, 7-0 in the playoffs so far. Incredible stats, but all it takes is one home loss in the playoffs, and you could potentially be on your way out in a playoff series. You got to be able to win as many games as possible. This is crunch time. It all comes down to these 7 games. It's very interesting for sure. Doesn't matter what you do all season long if you can't get it done in the playoffs. But it's going to be interesting. The Ohio State said Jamal Murray struggling big time shooting-wise. I agree with you. He definitely is. He's not having as good of a game 2 as he had in game 1. But still, all it takes for Murray is a couple shots to go in the net, and he could be on fire again. He had a good start to the game, but he's gone extremely cold. But he just hit a floater, so we'll see if that can get him going. 68-62. Lakers lead by 6. They've led the entire rest of the game since the first quarter. We'll see if that can continue. 5:30 to go in the third. Austin Reeves draws a foul on Bruce Brown. I don't think Bruce Brown likes that foul call one bit, but Austin Reeves drew it on him. Looks like they might be exchanging some pleasantries. But let's see. Yeah, it's a foul. It was a good play by Reeves. I mean, he went right into it. He sold the foul. It was a good play by Reeves. D'Angelo Russell to Schroeder, out to Reeves, off the dribble. Reeves kicks to Russell for 2. That's a good play. What an assist by Reeves. What a floater by Russell. 70-62, 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Austin Reeves with 14 points and 3 assists, again, being a big benefactor of the Lakers. Big beneficiary of a lot of, that talent by LeBron James, Anthony Davis, some of their other players, and he just goes out there and he's solid. People don't always have their eyes on, but he just is solid when he has his opportunities. But on the other end, Aaron Gordon, one of the best dunkers in the NBA, slams it home again. 70-64, 4:50 to go in the third. Anthony Davis top of the key over to Austin Reeves. Gordon with 10 points, 2 rebounds. Schroeder with the basketball, driving into the lane to Anthony Davis with the step back shot. He misses, and you've got Porter Jr. with the rebound. Going up the floor, Denver only down by 6. They can cut it down to 4 right here if Jokic's shot goes in, but he can't get it to fall. Anthony Davis with another rebound. He's done a great job boxing out Jokic in this game. Schroeder with the ball. Going up the floor, 4:20 to go in the third. Schroeder for 2, and it's good. 72-64, the Lakers back up by 8. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Schroeder's been really solid. Bruce Brown with the ball. He's been quiet. Just so many players have been quiet for the Nuggets. But sure, those are his first 2 points, but he's got 6 rebounds, and he's been really solid in these playoff games for the Lakers, even though he's been quiet tonight. Caldwell Pope is a shot go in and out. Looked like it was all the way in the net, but it just did not go in. Rui Hachimura lays it in off another Austin Reeves assist. Hachimura still perfect from the field. Right when he's inserted into the game, he makes an impact. 19 points. He's 8 of 8 from the field, 16 minutes. Incredible stuff by Hachimura. Jokic driving in. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Kicks out to Caldwell Pope, and Caldwell Pope for 3. 74-67. That's a big shot for Caldwell Pope. 3:20 to go in the third. Looks like LeBron James might be about to check back in a minute. Dennis Schroeder driving into the lane, kicks to Anthony Davis. He misses the floater. Jokic with the board. Jokic has to be over double-digit rebounds by now. Porter Jr. for 2. His shot's off the mark, but Jokic with another rebound. And now you've got Bruce Brown for 3, and he knocks it down. 74-70, and Mile High Arena's getting loud again. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. What a shot by Bruce Brown. He's only got 7 points, but more of the Denver rotational players are starting to make some shots. Austin Reeves kicks to Russell. Russell with Caldwell Pope on him. Russell with a crossover. 4-3. Russell shots off the mark. Caldwell Pope with the board. Up the floor to Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown for 2, and it goes in. It looked like it was blocked a bit by Anthony Davis, but it would have been a goaltend, but it does not matter because Bruce Brown made the shot anyway. 74-72, 2:34 to go in the third quarter, and the Nuggets are on an 8-0 run. What a comeback by Denver. They're finally starting to get going. All without Jamal Murray as well. He hasn't even made a bucket in this span. It's the rotational players. Again, Jokic just trying to get him involved. And finally, it starts to work. 2:34 to go in the third, and the Lakers, they call a timeout. Probably a smart timeout, especially considering Denver is starting to feel it and their crowd is starting to get engaged. And that is never what you want to see when you are the road team. You just do not want to see it. When the crowd gets going, that is bad news for you. Nana is watching. I'm watching the game night. Really appreciate you, Nana, for watching. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. We've got a great game here, a 2-point game, 74-72. Lakers over Denver, 2:34 to go in the third, but the Nuggets are starting to cut the lead of the Lakers, and maybe they have a chance to retake the lead. We'll have to see, but it's been a great game, but I really appreciate you for watching. It means a lot. Jeff says, nice by Murray. That was a good floater by Murray. That's the only good thing he's done, scoring the basketball since the first quarter. He had a good first quarter. He made some shots in that first quarter, but since the first quarter, he's only had the 2 points that he just hit on that shot. So it's really interesting there. We'll have to see if Jamal Murray can get going in the rest of this third quarter and in the fourth, but it's going to be needed for Denver. They need his scoring contributions. But that was a good shot. Jeff says the Joker is fantastic. 100%. I mean, what he does is insane. I still feel like a lot of people take it for granted. Nikola Jokic is a great player. Peyton Manning in the corner on the sidelines watching the game. That's really cool to see him. But Hachimura, he misses a 3. He finally missed a shot. 8-0 run for Denver, and Hachimura misses a shot for the first time. It just feels like the tide is turning. And Jamal Murray for 2. The tide is officially turned here. Denver ties the game. Hachimura misses a shot finally. Peyton Manning's in the crowd watching. 10-0 run from Denver. The Nuggets crowd is going crazy right now. Can the Lakers respond? LeBron James with the ball. Caldwell Pope guarding him. LeBron James, 5 seconds on the shot clock, drives, to the rim, and there's a foul called on Caldwell Pope. It's one thing the Lakers can do and LeBron James can do to fall back on when things are not going their way. Drive to the rim. Was it a foul? Yes, it was. Why did Caldwell Pope foul him in the arm? I have no idea. LeBron might not even have made that shot, but he was trying to guard, but he fouled him right on the arm. You just cannot do that. 1:49 to go in the third. LeBron's first free throw is good. He doesn't shoot the free throw. He doesn't shoot as well at the free throw line as Anthony Davis, but LeBron James still can knock him down. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists for James, 6 of 11 from the field, and he has a chance to put the Lakers up by 2 points if he can hit the second free throw, and he does. 76-74. That quiets Denver's crowd a little bit, but Denver's still on a big run, a 10-2 run, and the Lakers have made their last 19 free throw attempts. That's insane. Even in the NBA, with as many great players that are shooting at the line, as many guys that can shoot a high percentage of the line, they make 19 free throws in a row as a team. That's an incredible feat. Jokic to Jeff Green to Bruce Brown, blocked away by Russell. What a block by D'Angelo Russell. He said, get that shot out of here. Usually it's Anthony Davis blocking, but Russell blocked Bruce Brown. And if he didn't block it, it looked like Rui Hachimura would have been there for the block as well. And Bruce Brown and Russell are talking a little bit. Again, you don't want to get anything out of hand, but definitely in a big game like this, Western Conference Finals Game 2, Denver leads by 1. You're going to have a little bit of trash talk between players. Jokic with the ball, being guarded by James. Jokic misses. Had a really good look, but he could not make the shot. That's usually a money shot for Jokic. Just a little bit strong, though. Schroeder with the ball. 1:15 to go in the third. Austin Reeves for 3. And there might have been a foul down low. I don't know if there was a technical foul. Sometimes when you see a stoppage of play, sometimes it's a technical foul. But Austin Reeves missed a 3, but they blew it dead. 1:14 to go in the third quarter. We'll have to see what is called. I think there might have been a foul regardless if it's a technical or just a regular free throw. Anthony Davis is at the line. And he's a great free throw shooter. Yes, it's a regular foul. Must have been down low, and Denver's already in the bonus, which is why there are free throws. Anthony Davis misses the first. So that streak for the Lakers of 19 made free throws as a team ends. And Anthony Davis with that missed free throw. And he's a really good free throw shooter, but he finally misses one. We'll have to see if he can hit the second free throw. 76-74, 1:14 to go in the third. And Anthony Davis, he makes the second. So it's 77-74. Jamal Murray letting the ball bounce up the floor a little bit. 1:14 to go in the third. 9 of 10 at the line for Denver. 20 of 22 for the Lakers. I knew they had a big advantage, but that's 11 points. So Denver only being down by 3 is not too bad. Jeff Green, his 3 is in and out. Had a great look in the corner. Jamal Murray passed to him, could not get the shot to fall. We'll have to see if Denver can try to close that gap at the free throw line. Dennis Schroeder in the lane. 4-2. It's good. What a shot by Schroeder. He's a good spark plug guy off the bench. He can make shots like that. That's a really good play by Schroeder. He's been all over the league, but maybe he can win a ring with the Lakers. We'll have to see. 4.6 boards for him. 79-74. Jokic determined not to let that happen. He shoots a 3. It's short. Maybe a little bit of fatigue playing in. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. LeBron James to Austin Reeves. Almost a backcourt violation for LeBron James, but he did get it over and almost went over and back as well, but he did not. It was close. LeBron for 3. It hits short as well, so both teams missing 3s. Murray saves the ball, but it goes right to Anthony Davis. Schroeder for 3. His shot is blocked. Murray with the ball up the floor. 5 seconds left. Jokic to Caldwell Pope for 3. It's off the mark. Jokic with the tap back. And Anthony Davis blocks it, but are they going to call a goaltend? They have the points counted right now. 79-76, but Darvin Ham is furious. Anthony Davis is bewildered. We'll have to see. 1 second. Jokic taps it. Oof. That's close. It looked like right at the peak, when the ball at its height, might have started going down. Might have been going down. Was it? I don't know. The ball was at its crest, and it looked like it might have just been starting to fall. But since they called that a goaltend, I don't know if there's going to be enough to overturn. I don't know. That's so close. The referees are still talking about it. End of the third quarter. But we'll have to see if the third quarter is officially ended. 79-76. That's one of those bang-bang plays. It's so tough for the referees to get while it's live. Sometimes they have to go over to the monitor and check. But this is one of those ones where I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get the call right. Because either way you go, I can see a case for it being a goaltend. I can see a case for it not being a goaltend. It's close. I mean, Jokic goes up strong. Anthony Davis, it's a clean block. But was it starting to descend? If it was starting to descend, then it will be a goaltend. I think that you can make an argument that it's too close to call. And since the call on the floor was that it was a goaltend, then that might be what they'll stick with. I think you have to stick with that. I don't think you can take away the goaltend because of the fact that you could kind of see it falling just maybe a little bit. And since they called a goaltend on the floor, I think you got to stick with it. But we'll have to see. Still 79-76. What a chaotic way to end the third quarter. This would be huge for Denver because they need all the points they can get, especially with the Lakers doing such a great job of getting to the foul line. But Anthony Davis, that was a really athletic play by him. But it looks like, to me, the ball might have just been going down a little bit. And if that's the case, then it is a goaltend. Jokic certainly thinks so, which obviously he wants the shot to count for sure. But I think it's close. And the referees are still over at the monitor taking a peek. If the goaltend stands, it will be 79-76, potentially at the end of the third. Or if the goaltend gets taken back, then it'll be 79-74 Lakers, and they'll be up by 5. There might be a couple tenths of a second left as well. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to add any time. But again, what a chaotic way to end the third. This is insane. Anthony Davis, he does not like it. He thinks that it should be overturned, but we'll have to see. I mean, it's so close. Either way you go, I really don't think that either player's necessarily wrong. Jokic or Anthony Davis wanting the call to go their way. It's one of those that's so close. I mean, Jokic goes up. Anthony Davis swats the ball with about 0.5 left. There could be 0.5 seconds on the clock if they do call it a goaltend. Because if they call a goaltend, then they'll probably have 0.5 left, and then it will be Lakers ball after the Nuggets get the 2 points. But we'll have to see if that's what the referees do call. But an insane way, again, to end the third quarter. They're going to keep it. Anthony Davis does not like it, but they're going to keep it. 79-76, 0.5 seconds left in the third. I agree. I think that since the call on the floor was a goaltend and the ball was, to me, just starting to descend, I think that's a good call. But it's a big play for Denver to kind of swing back the momentum just a little bit right before the end of the third quarter. They were down by 5, but now that makes it a one-possession game unless Los Angeles can do something with this 0.5. LeBron James is still on the bench. Anthony Davis is out on the floor, but he's upset. But Anthony Davis, you got to give him credit with that block. I mean, Jokic probably makes that bucket anyway, so at least with the block, you displayed great effort. You just could not get it to go your way with a clean block. Oh, LeBron James, he is on the floor. He's going to be the one inbound, like he was on the bench, but he's the one that's going to be inbounding the basketball. 0.5 seconds left in the third. LeBron to inbound. Can you get it to Austin Reeves? Will he have any half-court magic? We'll have to see again. But instead, they go the Schroeder route, and he airballs us. That's the end of the third. Finally, after all that, that is the end of your third quarter. 79-76. Los Angeles leads by 3 points. That's a big play for Denver. If they end up winning this game, that shot right there by Jokic, being called a goaltend, making it a 3-point game, could help the Denver Nuggets be able to win the game, give them momentum in the fourth quarter. But the free throw line difference, again, the free throws have been key for the Lakers because they've been to the line 20 of 22 versus Denver. I think they're like 8 of 10. That's a big difference. That's 12 more free throws. That's like 11, 12 more points for Los Angeles. That means Denver's having to make more shots to be in the scoring deficit that they are only at 3. They've had to make more shots. So if Denver's going to win this game, I feel like a big strategy for them is to take good shots, and they need to try to drive and get to the line. And if you're the Lakers, just keep doing what you're doing. Get fouled, go to the line, pass the ball to high level. Whichever team fouls more in this fourth quarter, whichever team maybe makes more threes or turns the ball over less, will have a great chance to win. I don't think either team's necessarily turn the ball over at a ridiculous rate, but I think that you look at the turnovers are a key as well. Because if you are the Denver Nuggets, you're at home. You can't have ridiculous turnover after turnover. You got to be able to take care of the basketball because you're on your home floor. These games are all crucial, yes, but when you're at home, they're way more crucial for the home team because you got to take advantage of that home court advantage because you know the Lakers are going to do everything they can to win both of their home games. So this is a big game for both teams, but it's going to be a fantastic end of the game. I'm looking forward to the fourth quarter, and I really appreciate all you guys that have been here tonight so much. It means a lot. I really appreciate you guys for being here for this great game. The Ohio State said, "Go Nuggets." They were on an 8-0 run. They definitely were doing a solid job for a while, but the Nuggets kind of cooled off a little bit, but the Lakers have kind of cooled off as well. Kind of feel like both teams late in that third quarter just kind of cooled off a bit. They were still scoring, but it just seemed like both teams kind of went on a little bit of a cold spell. But that's a good sign for Denver that they've been able to hang around this whole time in this game, especially with the free throw discrepancy with Los Angeles going to the line so much, because they could be down more. I don't think Denver's played bad at all, considering the fact that they've been to the line a lot less. They have made a lot of shots, but I do think that Jamal Murray is going to have to find a way to have a big fourth quarter for Denver because Rui Hachimura, he's had a big game for the Lakers, and Anthony Davis's defense is there. LeBron James has had some big shots as well. Just feels like more players for the Lakers are doing better than for Denver. Jokic has been great. He's almost got a triple-double. He's been playing great basketball, but Jamal Murray's been cold. He had a couple big shots in that third quarter, but he's still been really cold. Caldwell Pope's hit a couple big shots, but he had like 21 points in game one. I think he's only got like 5 or 6 points tonight. Bruce Brown had 16 in game one. He's only got like 7. So a lot of the role players for Denver are a lot colder than they were in game one, but they're only down 3. Not too bad, especially with Los Angeles going to the line a lot. We'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting. The Ohio State's Hachimura finally missed for sure. He finally missed, but that doesn't take away from the great night he has had for sure. Michael Malone, he's definitely looking for a big win for Denver. To be able to lead the Nuggets to their first finals will be huge for him and the team. Clint Moses, thanks for being here. Clint Moses says, "Let's go Lakers." We'll have to see what happens. I think the Lakers could win or the Nuggets. It could still go either way at this point. But Jamal Murray with the basketball, being guarded by Schroeder to start this fourth quarter. Bruce Brown with the ball top of the key to Jokic for 2. His shot is off the rim. It almost went in, but it did not. LeBron James with the defensive rebound, getting it from Schroeder. Top of the key, Jeff Green. He's on Rui Hachimura. Now he switched over from LeBron to Hachimura. Now over to Lonnie Walker. LeBron James with it again. Top of the key, now over to the right wing, over to the left wing with Lonnie Walker, and he misses a 3. So both teams miss a shot on their first possession of the fourth quarter. Jokic down the floor to Jeff Green, and they're going to call a foul on Lonnie Walker for fouling Jeff Green on that play. But I really appreciate you for being here, Clint Moses. It's going to be interesting. We've got Denver Nuggets fans here. We've got Los Angeles Lakers fans here. Both fan bases really wanting to win, but it just feels like Denver. You know, the fact they've never been to a finals, a lot of them are hungry to finally get there. And Porter Jr. ties the game, 79-79. What a shot by Porter Jr. He was falling back. He was fading away, and he knocked down the 3. He's been starting to heat up. He's in double-digit points now. 8 threes for Denver, only 5 for Los Angeles. But LeBron James, in a tie game, what's he going to do with it? Drives into the lane. LeBron James kicks to Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker for a mid-range 2, and he knocks it down. It's a great play by Lonnie Walker out of Miami in college basketball. He was also with the Spurs earlier this season, but he's been a good addition for the Lakers as well. He's been playing more in these playoffs. Hitting some big shots, again, adding to the depth for the Lakers. 10:30 to go on the fourth. Jamal Murray over to Bruce Brown. Jokic top of the key being guarded by LeBron. Almost a steal by LeBron James, but it will stay with Denver, and they call a foul. I think they call a foul on Nikola Jokic, and he's upset. He's looking for a challenge. I don't know if he's going to get it, though. LeBron James, I don't know if he sold that foul or not, but we'll have to see. It was a deflection by LeBron. Oh, Jokic got a little bit across the eye, and it was not on purpose at all. But unfortunately, again, when it involves the head or neck area, a lot of times fouls are called these days. And he ran right into the crowd, and it looked like some drink was spilled. But it looks like everybody's okay. Hopefully everybody is okay. LeBron James back on his feet. 81-79. Lakers are up by 2. 10-20 to go in the fourth quarter after all that. LeBron James being guarded by Jeff Green. He pulls up from 3. His shot's off the mark. Porter Jr. with the rebound. Now Jamal Murray. Now Jokic and Schroeder getting tangled up. There was no call there. There's a lot of contact. Jamal Murray with the floater. Jamal Murray, that might be a big shot for him to get going in this fourth quarter. I think he's got 16 points now. So even though he hasn't had the greatest game in the world, he's still putting up some points. LeBron James missed a 3 again. He's 0-5 from 3. And LeBron James looks like he fouls Jokic. It looks like he backed into him. Jokic got him back for that foul that LeBron James sold. That's one thing NBA stars are great at. They're good at drawing fouls. LeBron James is smiling right now. Right there. He just backs right into Jokic. I don't even think Jokic sold that one. LeBron James just barreled him over. There's not many players that can blow Jokic over like that, but LeBron James is one of them. Jokic tried to get it down low to Murray, but it was a steal by the Lakers, and now Rui Hachimura on the other end. He's fouled with a chance to go to the line and make 2 free throws to put the Lakers back in front. Both these teams have a lot of players that can go up and down the floor in a hurry. The Lakers, they're a quick team. Denver is as well, makes for a lot of high-flying action. You see all the way down the floor, the Lakers get to the other end very quickly off Denver's turnover. That's why you can't have turnovers, because turnovers lead to breakouts, and breakouts lead to fouls and easy layups and dunks. You got to be able to not turn it over. Jokic just made a mistake on that play. Jokic is going to the bench to get maybe a minute or 2 of rest. But Rui Hachimura, he's got 20 points. This free throw would put him at 21. And he makes it. 21 points for Rui Hachimura off the bench. 83-81, Los Angeles is up by 2 points. 9:30 to go in the fourth. Murray being hounded by Schroeder. Murray looking for a foul. He's not going to get it, but Schroeder got a little bit of contact on him right there. Porter Jr. Back to Jamal Murray. This is Jamal Murray's team with Jokic on the bench, and Murray delivers. Jamal Murray for 3. 84-83. And the Nuggets are back in front by 1. First lead since 27-25, and they were down by 11 at one point. So the Nuggets finally retake the lead. That's why you never give up, as John Cena would say. You just got to keep on fighting, keep on scratching and clawing your way, and you can get back in front. Under 9 to go in the fourth quarter. Aaron Gordon over to Porter Jr. to Jamal Murray, top of the key. Jamal Murray driving into the lane. Kicks to Gordon in the corner for 3, and Gordon shot's way off the mark. Gordon tries to save it, but he cannot. Right to all the Lakers players, ends up in LeBron's hands. To Lonnie Walker to Hachimura, and there's an offensive foul. What a bang-bang play right there. Hachimura driving into the lane, and there is an offensive foul. A charge called on Hachimura. Let's see if it was. Jeff Green, he got outside the arc. I don't know. I mean, he might have been moving slightly to his left, which you can make an argument for a block, but I think the charge is warranted. I don't think he was moving enough for that to be called a blocking foul. It's a really good play by Jeff Green. 8:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Bruce Brown with the ball. Denver finally in front again, leading by 1 point. Bruce Brown to Michael Porter Jr. His shot is short. Both teams look a bit fatigued. All of these shots are short. This is a much lower scoring game than the 132-126 game that we saw in the first game of this series. Anthony Davis on the left block. Aaron Gordon on, trying to back him down. Anthony Davis turns shoulder. His shot's off the mark. Both teams are cold as ice. Under 8 to go in the fourth. Jamal Murray, who has actually been one of the only players heating up right now as everybody else has gone cold. Anthony Davis has 12 points, 10 boards, 3 blocks, but he's only 2 of 11 from the field after his 40-point game. Porter Jr. misses another 3, and it's short. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Both teams can't buy a bucket. LeBron James down the floor being guarded by Jeff Green. LeBron pulls from 3 again, and they're leaving LeBron open. He can't make a 3. He's 0 of 6 from 3. Under 7:30 to go in the fourth quarter. LeBron probably needs to try to drive again into the lane, especially since he is not hitting any threes right now. You can't keep shooting them if you're not making them. Jeff Green gets the pass from Jamal Murray, fakes a 3. Jamal Murray in the lane with a step back 3, and Jamal Murray scores again. Jamal Murray's heating up at the right time. We were wondering if it was Murray time, and it's coming. Jamal Murray suddenly up to close to 20 points after he was really struggling after that first quarter. But Jamal Murray, when he's down, he's never out. And with a crossover dribble, shoots right over Anthony Davis. That is a fantastic shot by Jamal Murray. 87-83, and now it doesn't look too impossible for Denver to win this game like it was earlier in this game. Like the Lakers had a good chance to steal one on the road. Maybe they still can. But the Denver Nuggets are now up by 4 points, 87-83. And Jamal Murray is on fire. Most of the rest of the players out on the floor on the Lakers and the Nuggets are struggling right now. But you've got Jamal Murray hitting big shot after big shot, which is huge for the Nuggets to potentially win this game. Clint Moses said, will we see a Euro Big 3 super team in the future? That would be cool. That would be really cool. I mean, who knows if that would happen, but you could definitely have it because there's so many great players from Europe in the NBA, just fantastic players. So you never know. That would be a very intriguing thing to see. I don't think that's impossible. That would be really cool, Clint. The Ohio State says Nuggets finally lead again at 84-83. And as they always say, it's not how you start a game, it's how you finish a game. When you go out there and you struggle all game long, but when you take the lead in the fourth quarter, I've even seen games where a team has never led, and then they lead for like the last 5 seconds of a game. They were down all game long, but then they finally hit a shot to take the lead with like 5 seconds left in the game, and they end up winning. That's all that matters. You can be down all game long, but what matters is the score at the end of the game. So for the Denver Nuggets, they've been down most of this game. They've been really struggling all around outside of that first quarter, really. But if they do end up winning this game, it's because they came back in this fourth quarter, mainly behind Jamal Murray's big shots. We'll have to see if Jokic can come back in and help them along to be able to get Denver across the finish line, or can Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura finally get it going again for the Lakers? Because Rui Hachimura, he did a great job setting the tone in the first half, but he's kind of cooled off a bit. Can't really expect him to go out there and score 30, but you definitely do need more production from Anthony Davis. He only has 12 points. He had 40 in game one. That was fantastic. But for the Lakers, they ended up falling a little bit short just because of the fact of how great that Denver played all game long. And they had enough players that did really well, like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, and Jokic and Murray. And Denver won by 6. But now Anthony Davis doesn't have to score 40. If Anthony Davis had 25 points right now, the Lakers would be up by 10 points. But unfortunately for the Lakers, Anthony Davis only has 12 points. LeBron James cannot buy 3. He's having a solid game, but he's 0 of 6 from 3. Can't shoot a 3 in right now. And the Lakers have gone cold. So it's going to be interesting. We've got a fantastic finish on our hands. Only around 7 minutes to go. 87-83. Denver's been down all game long. But Denver has found a way to come back, take the lead. Can they hold on to it, go up 2-0 in the series, have a great chance to potentially put away the Lakers? They can steal one in Los Angeles. It's going to be very interesting. Clint Moses says, like an all-international players, big 3 maybe, Jokic, Luka, Giannis on the same team, for sure. That would be crazy. Like I said, that would be insane to have it. You got a really good point going right there. Maybe the NBA will have that, or or some other league one day. That would be really cool to see that. Be all those great players on the floor at the same time. That would be crazy. That's just, we're so blessed to see all these talented players in the NBA. Just so many great players. And a turnover down low. LeBron's looking for a foul. He's not going to get it. The tide seems to be turning a little bit. Bruce Brown for three, and the Nuggets score again. 90-83, and the Lakers don't want to call another timeout because they just called one. They've only got 2 left. Denver has 3. Largest lead of the game for the Nuggets. 6:30 to go in the fourth. Michael Malone can't breathe a sigh of relief yet, but he is probably really proud of his team for stepping up and making big shots. Rui Hachimura driving in the lane to Anthony Davis, and there's a foul. 6:26 to go in the fourth quarter. And Anthony Davis will have a couple of free throws. That's about all that Anthony Davis has been able to get going in this game. He's really struggled to shoot the ball from the field, only hitting 2 field goals, but he does have over 10 points because he's hit a lot of free throws. Again, something the Lakers do a great job of getting to the foul line. Probably something they need to continue to deploy in this game. Try to get to the line, even though we're starting to get to crunch time, still not too late to get to the line at a high rate. The Lakers have been shooting a lot more free throws than Denver. Anthony Davis, he hits the first free throw. It wasn't pretty, but it hit front iron, and it hit the backboard, and it went in. So it's 90-84. Still only a 2-possession game. It's not like it's over yet for Los Angeles. Anthony Davis' second free throw is off the mark. It went in and out. He's missed 2 free throws. He's a great free throw shooter, but he's missed a couple. Could be fatigue. 90-84. Denver up by 6. 6:10 to go in the fourth. Jamal Murray over to Jokic. Back to Murray. Murray's trying to make a crossover dribble. Rui Hachimura back to Jokic to Murray. Murray still dribbling out there. 2 seconds to go. Pulls from 3. Hits another one. Jamal Murray for 3. 93-84. How did he get that shot to fall like a Steph Curry 3? A crossover dribble. What a shot. Anthony Davis down low. And Murray suddenly has 25 points, and it never even looked like he was having a bad game. Jokic turns it over from Anthony Davis. Murray back out there at the three-point line where he is dangerous right now. Jokic, top of the key, kicks to Porter Jr. for 3, and the Nuggets hit another one. 96-84, 5:32 to go in the fourth, and Darvin Ham calls timeout, but it might be too late. I don't think it's over yet, but what a splash fest from the Denver Nuggets right now. They went from they couldn't hit a shot to now they can't miss a shot. And it all started with Jamal Murray. Sometimes all it takes is one player to get hot, and it spreads to the rest of your team. Bruce Brown's hitting threes now. Michael Porter Jr. hit a big 3. That's all you need. Sometimes you just need one guy to get going, and Jamal Murray, he started to hit some big shots. And now you've got the Nuggets up by 12, 96-84. 12-point lead for Denver, 5:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Denver was down by double digits for the majority of this game. Jamal Murray couldn't make a shot. He only had 10 points. He was like 3 of 15 from the field. He was really struggling to score, but out of nowhere, the Denver Nuggets, you just can't keep them down. And finally, they started to get going from the three-point line. And now there's a really good chance that Denver wins this game because their crowd is engaged as ever. They're up by 12 points, a little over 5 to go in the fourth quarter. It's looking really good for the Denver Nuggets. The Ohio State's and Murray stepping up big time now after struggling earlier, for sure. I mean, it's insane. Jamal Murray, it's crazy how you can go from you can't make a bucket to can't miss. Jamal Murray, it just looks like he was never struggling. And I get it, when you're that good of a player, it's hard to keep a guy down for long. But still, if Jamal Murray never got going in this game and continued to struggle, Denver would have lost this game more than likely. But now that Jamal Murray is on fire out of nowhere, Denver, they're in the driver's seat to win. Still plenty of time, you could say. 5:32 to go in the fourth. Los Angeles could start to hit some big shots. Maybe get back in the game. Maybe they can get to the line, hit some free throws, and maybe they can start at some threes. And maybe it won't be over yet, but it's looking really good for the Denver Nuggets right now. 96-84. They're up by 12. Jokic, he had a great first half, and now his partner in crime on the floor, Jamal Murray is starting to hit some big shots as well. Both players, Batman and Robin, to each other are just great. Jokic gets all the headlines for sure because he's a triple-double machine. He's a great player. But Jamal Murray is a fantastic player in his own right, and he's getting better and better off of his injury. He was a guy that he just looked a little tentative, maybe a little anxious, to get back on the floor. He took a long time to come back from his injury, which I think was really smart for him. You don't want to come back too early. I think he did the right thing taking his time coming back. But Jamal Murray, when he first got back, you could tell he was a little tentative on that knee. He wasn't playing at as high of a level as he was pre-injury. But I think Jamal Murray's back. I feel like Jamal Murray, he is back to playing at an extremely high level like he was pre-injury. The way he was playing in the bubble, he was fantastic, putting up 40 and 50 points. And he might not be doing that right now, but that's because the Nuggets have a much better team around Jokic and Murray than they did before. Porter Jr.'s gotten so much better. Caldwell Pope is a good player. Bruce Brown. All these guys are scoring points. Aaron Gordon. So the Nuggets, they are a dangerous team. But in the fourth quarter, the Nuggets have outscored the Lakers 20-5, and they've hit 6 threes, most of them from Jamal Murray. 96-84, 5:20 to go in the fourth. LeBron James kicks to Austin Reeves. Reeves with a step-back three. That's a big shot for the Lakers. What a shot by Austin Reeves. He is clutch. 17 points for Austin Reeves, and I don't think that shot could have come at any later of a time if the Lakers are going to have any shots to win this game. They needed a shot right there. Big shot for Reeves. But can the Nuggets respond to keep the Lakers at bay? And Jamal Murray hits another one. Jamal Murray with 28 points. He's hit 7 straight shots. This is incredible. Jamal Murray can't miss. 4:40 to go in the fourth. 28 points for Murray, 14 in this quarter. You look at his stat line, and you would have never known he was having such a hard time in this game. LeBron James goes up strong. That's a really good play by LeBron. 99-89, 4:30 to go in the fourth. Denver still has 3 timeouts. Los Angeles has 1. Feel like Denver might have to use 1 or 2 of those timeouts, especially if the Lakers get it really close again. Still time for Los Angeles. Not over yet, but what a fourth quarter by Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets. Bruce Brown to Jokic, back to Murray. 4:10 to go in the fourth. 5 on the shot clock. Murray being guarded by Anthony Davis. Over to Jokic. 3 seconds. Murray for 3 again. Murray's blocked that time by Anthony Davis. What a block. Now you've got Austin Reeves going down the floor to LeBron James. LeBron James lays it in. 89 or 99-91. And there's 3:52 to go in the fourth, I think. Wow, a turnover. Michael Malone is so mad right now. Michael Porter Jr. stepped across the inbound line and turned it over. So it'll be Lakers ball again. That's a big mistake by Michael Porter Jr. He was about to inbound the ball, and he stepped inbounds before he got the ball inbounds, so he turned it over. That's incredible right there. That's a big mistake. That could help the Lakers get back in it. Denver has 15 turnovers. Los Angeles has 10, so Denver has been a little sloppy with the ball. But that's huge. That's something you'd see in college basketball a few times. Players do that sometimes, but not in the NBA. It's much more rare to see that in the NBA. Just a mistake by Michael Porter Jr., not too big a deal. Just got to make up for it. 3:52 to go in the fourth. Lakers only down by 8. So, Denver's been great. In the fourth, the Lakers are still lurking around, only down by 8. A bucket here. And that turnover from Porter Jr. can loom large. Anthony Davis in the corner, and he knocks down a 3. 99-94. Timeout Denver. See right there, 7-0 run by the Lakers. They're not out of the game. That's why you cannot turn the ball over in that spot. If you are Michael Porter Jr., if you feel like you can't get the ball, and sometimes a timeout would really suffice. That's a big mistake by Michael Porter Jr. and the Denver Nuggets. And now it's a 5-point game. We might have a fantastic finish on our hands yet. It looked like Denver might have been starting to pull away a little bit, but now Los Angeles is right back in it, only down by 5. It was 12 points just a minute ago. That's why no lead is safe in the National Basketball Association, because the other team can score so quickly. You might think you've got the game in hand, but the other team can score so quickly it does not matter. Like Denver with that 12-point lead up 99-87 with around 5 minutes to go. It looked like they about had the game. But now it's a 5-point game yet again with 3:37 to go in the fourth, and it looks like Denver is going to need to hit a few more buckets, a few more shots if they want to eventually pull out this win in this game and be able to be up 2-0 in the series. If not, the Lakers still could come back and win. And they've mic'd up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's a great energy guy, but he has not had a great game on the floor scoring-wise like he did in Game 1 where he had 21 points. He's really struggled, but maybe he'll have a little bit in the tank to help out his team late in the game. It looks like he's on the bench, though, right now since he has not been hitting a lot of shots. They've got him on the bench. He only has 8 points. He's 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line. They've got Bruce Brown, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr. on the floor for Denver. Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis on the floor for the Lakers. Driving inside, Jokic turns it over. Big mistake there. Another turnover for Denver. They've got 16 for the game now. Anthony Davis wide open for 3. Oh, man, what a missed shot right there. If Anthony Davis had hit that shot, that would have cut it to 2. Big sigh of relief for Denver fans. Jamal Murray with the ball. 3 to go in the fourth. Jamal Murray scores again, this time inside the three-point arc. He's got 30. 101-94. He is fatigued, but he has come out of nowhere. Shot out of a cannon. He's playing so well right now after his struggles in the first 3 quarters. Schroeder with the ball, 101-94. Jamal Murray with over half his points in this quarter. Insane. He's got 16 points in the fourth, 30 for the game. Schroeder all the way to the rim. What a block by Aaron Gordon. Now Jamal Murray to Porter Jr. over in the corner. Bruce Brown and a missed 3 right there. LeBron James with the rebound. Now over to Austin Reeves. Almost stolen away by Bruce Brown, but the Lakers keep. Austin Reeves all the way to the rim. He misses, but Anthony Davis with the tap back. He's looking for a foul. He's not going to get it. But what a play right there by Anthony Davis, tapping back the missed shot by Austin Reeves. 101-96. Anthony Davis with 18 points, 12 boards, and 4 blocks. He's got a double-double. He's only 4-14 from the field, however, but he's been getting a lot of points at the line. Jamal Murray, top of the key. Kicks to Jokic. LeBron James is guarding him. Porter Jr. on the outside. Back to Jokic. Somehow got it to him without turning it over. Jokic almost hits a ridiculous shot, but he cannot. Now Austin Reeves up the floor. Austin Reeves kicks to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis driving into the lane. He loses the ball. Jokic, he has it, but is there a foul? 101-96, 137 to go in the fourth quarter. I think there might have been a foul on Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis was driving into the lane, and it looks like he just loses the ball. I don't think Porter Jr. fouled him. I think that's a clean play. And it looks like Jokic got it, and there's a foul on Anthony Davis. But neither team's in the bonus. So it's going to be Denver Nuggets ball. But we've got a fantastic finish here. 101-96, 90 seconds left. Jamal Murray with Schroeder on him. Jamal Murray's been the man of the hour, man of the quarter. He's been fantastic. Jokic driving in, almost with a turnover, but he gets it back. Goes up strong for Anthony Davis, misses the shot. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Schroeder up the floor. Over to Austin Reeves. 101-96. 1 to go in the fourth. Austin Reeves banks in a 3. That was a broken play for the Lakers. LeBron James is laughing. That was a broken play for the Lakers. Austin Reeves just chunked up a 3, and he banked it home. Austin Reeves had several crazy plays like that. 101-99. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Jamal Murray off the dribble, driving in, and he's fouled by Schroeder. 49 seconds left, and Jamal Murray will have a couple of free throws. But what a ridiculous shot by Austin Reeves, banking that 3 in. The undrafted product out of Oklahoma just keeps delivering, even when he's not expected to, with that big 3 right there. But LeBron James is banged up. He's in pain. Hopefully he's okay. But he was on the floor on the other end, but he's up now. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain. But Jamal Murray, a good free throw shooter. These are 2 big free throws for Denver to potentially put him back up by 2 possessions. The Nuggets hit the first. Jamal Murray with 31 points. What a game right here. Clint Moses, LA needs to drive the ball right at Joker, make him foul out. They've gone away from that strategy. They've not done that in the fourth. The Los Angeles Lakers have been doing a great job getting to the free throw line, but they have not done that in this fourth quarter. Very interesting why they haven't. Murray's second free throw is good as well. 103-99. Only a couple more possessions left in this game. And the Lakers, they need a bucket on this possession, down by 2 scores. 4-point game. 103-99. Denver could go up 2-0 in this series. Anthony Davis in the corner for 3. His shot's in and out. Murray to Bruce Brown. And the Nuggets have the ball. 34 seconds left. And there's a timeout by Michael Malone. Looked like Bruce Brown was in a little bit of trouble. And Michael Malone calls timeout just to be safe. But the Lakers were hounding the Nuggets on that possession, trying to get them to get a backcourt violation. But it did not happen because Michael Malone with the smart timeout call right there. I mean, you got to do that. I mean, when you're at the end of a game and you've got timeouts left, that's why you save a couple timeouts for a possession like that. You're in a lot of trouble, and you just call timeout. It erases it. Now you're going to get the ball in the front court. Unlike in college basketball where you still have to do it out of the backcourt. In the NBA, you get it in the front court. But they're showing Jamal Murray. He was cold as ice in the first half, but late in the third, early fourth quarter, Murray started to heat up. He hit a couple of shots inside the arc, and then he started to hit some big shots outside the arc. In the first 3 quarters, he had 14 points. He was 5 of 17 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. And in the fourth quarter, he's got 18 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3. If the Denver Nuggets win, it's because of Jamal Murray's fantastic fourth quarter to be able to help lead Denver to victory and potentially go up 2-0 in this series. Incredible performance by Jamal Murray. 34 seconds left in the game. 103-99. Caldwell Pope, Pat Murray on the back, trying to help him out, give him some confidence in this big crunch time moment right here. This is still a young team, but they've got a lot of guys that are hungry to win. Jamal Murray coming off his injury, playing some great basketball. Jokic, he deserves to be able to get to a finals. But LeBron James with the steal. LeBron James stole the basketball to the rim and he misses the layup. LeBron James was trying to prevent the Nuggets from getting to the finals quicker if the Nuggets do win the series. That was a great play by LeBron James saying that we're not out of it. Lakers can still win this series, win this game. But it looks like they might fall short here. LeBron James got the steal. Great anticipation, but all the way to the rim. Good defense by Aaron Gordon. Not allowing LeBron James to get an easy layup. That was great defense. Looked like he might have blocked it a little bit as well. Now Murray will have 2 free throws where he's been great at the line. Murray's first free throw is up and good. 104-99. Again, Murray has not missed hardly anything since the third quarter. The Ohio State Nuggets are just scorching from 3 now. Amazing. 100%. You are absolutely correct. The Nuggets have been on fire. They've been fantastic, and that's what's going to help them win this game, the way they play, especially Murray in this fourth quarter. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Murray's got 33 points, potentially 34 now after this free throw. And his free throw is up and good. 105-99. 6-point game. Anthony Davis up the floor to LeBron James. All the way to the rim, unimpeded, and he lays it in. It's a good play by the Lakers to get that score in less than 5 seconds. But on the other end, they have to foul Jamal Murray again, and Jamal Murray's been clutch at the line. Can the Lakers get him to miss? 105-101. 19.4 seconds left in the fourth. The Ohio State's Murray's made 6 straight, went from 3 of 15 to 9 of 21. And again, that just shows you the type player Jamal Murray is. When you can bounce back like that. When you can go from can't make a shot to can't miss. You don't let those shots affect you. You just put it in the past and you keep on shooting, and eventually they're going to fall. When you're a superstar player like he is, the shots are eventually going to fall. So I think it's just, a great lesson, watching players like Jamal Murray just never give up. You're not having a good game, but the game's not over until it's 0-0. Jamal Murray, he got going late in the game in the end of the third, early fourth quarter. He's been on fire ever since. But he splits the free throws, leaving the door open a bit for the Lakers. He hit the first but missed the second. 106-101. Austin Reeves all the way to the rim, and Austin Reeves lays it in again. 106-103. 12 seconds left, and Jamal Murray bowls over Austin Reaves, but they're going to call a blocking foul. If that had been called an offensive foul, the Nuggets fans would have gone insane. But that was a great play by Austin Reaves. He's got 19 points. He's been solid in this game. But Austin Reaves with the 2. But Jamal Murray, again, bowling over Austin Reaves. That could have been an offensive foul, but I don't think Reaves was set. He still was trying to get up, actually, so he was just put in a bad spot. The smart play by Jamal Murray. He got the ref to call the blocking foul, and now he's got a chance to hit 2 free throws, potentially put this game away, add to his point total. Jamal Murray hits the first 107-103. I just can't believe Jamal Murray went from 10 points to now he's got like 35 points, 36 points. It's insane what he's done in this fourth quarter. 108-103 after the free throw because Jamal Murray hit the second as well. 12.6 seconds left in the fourth. Anthony Davis to inbound to LeBron James. James is driving in. Bruce Brown with the steal. Bruce Brown down the floor. Russell's not going to foul. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, and that's your ball game. 108-103. The Denver Nuggets survive again. They won the first game 132-126. They won by 6. And the second game, they won by 5. 108-103. And Jamal Murray's clutch fourth quarter is why they got it done. What a game. The Ohio State Nuggets went up 2-0, 2 wins away from the first NBA Finals. Again, a team a lot of people want to see get to the Finals for the first time ever. A lot of people are getting behind the Nuggets. The Lakers, though, they have a chance to win both home games coming up to potentially have a shot still to win the series. But they're going to have to now. It's mandatory that they win the next 2. Because if they don't, the Nuggets, they still went on the road. It looks like Denver might be going to their first NBA Finals. The Ohio State, so they went with Jokic scoring 0 fourth-quarter points. What an effort by Murray. And that's the key. That's why you have 2 stars, because Jokic is fantastic, but when he's running out of gas or he's just not doing much right now at any point in the game, that's when your secondary stars got to get it done. And Jamal Murray, he's that guy. He is the secondary star. He's not a great player. He is a star, and he showed it yet again. Coming off of an injury, he still got it. First 3 quarters, only 14 points, but he had a fantastic fourth quarter with 23 points. You know, with 37 points. It looked like he was not going to even get anywhere near 20 to 25 points, let alone 37. But that's how good of a job he did in the fourth quarter, and he led his Denver Nuggets to victory, 108-103. Nana says it was a great game. Very excited. I enjoyed very much. Looking forward to the next game. For sure. Really appreciate you for being here, Nana. I appreciate it a lot. What a game. I'll hopefully be back soon to do more live streams for the NBA. Not sure how my schedule's looking right now, but I really appreciate all you guys for being here tonight. It means so much. You guys are awesome. This was a fantastic game. 108-103 Denver over Los Angeles. They're up 2-0 in the series. We're going to have Miami and Boston tomorrow, and then the Lakers Nuggets back on Saturday night. But should be a lot of fun. We're getting down to crunch time in the NBA playoffs. The conference finals are here, and before you know it, it'll be the finals, and then the season's over. But we've got some great games to come. Looking very forward to it. Should be a lot of great action. But like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Share the stream out on social media. But most importantly, I appreciate you guys for being here. Without you guys, it would not be worth doing. I appreciate you guys so much. You're awesome. The Ohio State, I really appreciate you for being here for this game so much. Hope you feel better. Great stream as always. Take care. Really appreciate you for stopping by. But thanks for being everybody. What a game. Nuggets win 108-103. They're up 2-0 on the Lakers, and it should be a great rest of the series. And I'm also looking forward to Miami, Boston as well. Should be awesome. The playoffs have been great. Thanks for being everybody. What a game. What a win for the Denver Nuggets. 2 games away from potentially their first NBA Finals. What a game. Thanks for being here, everybody.